Now we're live.
Hey!
Hello.
Been 3
Hello.
weeks, we're here!
Yes, it's been a while. Now we're
Ooh.
back.
I'm playing a different character this week. I guess
Oh,
that's fun.
Oh,
God
so
damn
am
it.
I.
Oh.
Geez, Shadow, God.
There we go. I had me and Gubby in the right place, but then I forgot to check everyone else.
There we go.
There we go.
I can
Great.
play Gloomstalker Ranger. That's fine. I'll just do a million damage. It'll be great.
He's like, hey, yeah, I could play a character that doesn't have like half of my things being immune. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll become a monster. It'll be fine.
In that case, it's not even just like you having to play the other person's character. You have to role play as the other person playing their character.
Oh,
Oh,
hard
goodness.
mode. Hard mode, I see.
So I would have to play Hoodie playing Basil.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And I would have to play Callista.
You would have to play Drew playing Callista.
Right, yeah.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Yes, but sorry for the delay, but we are now live. Welcome to Community D&D on Arvin Eleron's channel with the Shadow Crew with our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am your host for this evening and the dungeon/game master of this campaign. I am Shadowed Mage, he/him pronouns. And the rest of the Shadow Crew is here with me this evening. Yoy, do you want to go ahead, or do you want me to circle back around to you?
I can go ahead.
Okay.
What's the question for this week again?
Okay, so
yes.
it's please introduce yourself so everyone knows who you are. Remind everyone who your character in our campaign is, and then our get to know you question for this week is a two-parter suggested by Tilted, which is what is the oldest game that you've played, and then what is also your earliest gaming memory, something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
Pretty
it was
much it.
console. What was your first console? Wasn't that it?
Console or game, whatever one that you would like to go with, yeah. Because some people might not remember what console it's on.
Okay, so here we go. Hello, I am Yoi Gawain Lin, also known as Gubby, he/they pronouns. And as a reminder, tonight I am playing as I have always played. No deaths so far, despite one horrifically failed int roll that one time. Peach Candleheart, a Barnal Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who still loves his father very, very much. And as for oldest game / console / oldest gaming memory, I can answer this all in one, I believe, because my first gaming memory and the oldest game and console that I have played was when I was but a wee child at a roller skating rink, and they had this janky, horrifying, gigantic arcade machine that had Pac-Man on it. And it would be my special treat every single time we went to the roller skating rink. I would have my little handful of quarters, and I would have the little brick form of the Hershey's cookies and cream chocolate.
Oh.
And I would basically unwrap that very carefully, put that right in the middle of my tongue, and then not chew it. So basically, in my head, I had until all the chocolate melted off of the cookie bits inside the little chocolate square, and then I would put in the quarters, and I would play Pac-Man until it all melted. And then once all of it had melted, I would stop, and then I would leave, and I would chew the cookie bits, and that would be the best weekend for baby Gubby.
You had a self timer. That's crazy. That's such a smart
Challenge
move.
running as a child. Pretty crazy, you know? Only the most intense gaming experiences here.
Well, the thing is that I could only get one little Hershey's square thing. So I was like, okay, I need to make the most of this. How can I do this? And of course, my child brain went, yes, this is how we're going to
Pac-Man.
do it.
All right.
It's a pretty good one.
Thank you very much, Gubby. Then
Mhm.
we'll move along to Hoodie. Please introduce yourself. Tell everyone about who you are, and then who your character in our campaign is, and those get to know you questions.
My name is Hoodie, he, him pronouns. I am playing the adorable, blonde haired, green eyed, cherubic Basil Globberpot, a 37-year-old Lightfoot halfling, alchemist, artificer. I'm just so glad I wrote it down, right? It makes you
It's
feel
so
good
useful.
to know that it's just done. My first console, I got a like an original NES, but it was like in '94 because the console I got after that was the Sega Saturn. But my first console was like the gray brick NES with like Mario, and I was bad at it. Hey, I was pretty bad at video games in general until I was like 12, and I could
No
figure
one
out
was
what
really
was.
good back then, man.
Yeah, I remember playing Smash Brothers and just only jumping up and down using the down B as Kirby, and I think that was the only move I knew how to do. Um,
Hey,
my
at least
first
you weren't just going and sucking people up and throwing them off the cliff with you. You know that would have been.
I couldn't have put that together as a kid. I just that was not there in my brain. My first gaming memory, much like Gubby's, is my aunt worked at a ski resort up uh, higher up in New Hampshire, and there was a local bar that pretty much everyone went to, and then we would go there for like skiing because we had someone that lived in the area, and they would just sit me down in front of Pac-Man as they all drank um, for I don't know, maybe like a half an hour. So I remember sitting down as like a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, maybe at like a big Pac-Man thing and like barely understanding what was happening, and just playing it forever and dying just so much, so much death. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thank you very much, Hoodie. Then we'll move along to Tilted. All of the same questions, please.
Yes. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Tilted Gaming. I'm a farmer by trade, streamer by every other time, and I am he/him pronouns. I should have said at the first. I'm getting better at this over time. We'll get it right after what? We're at 32 days now. Okay, maybe I
If you
need to
just
get.
write it down.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. You're right. So I got that part written though. So I'll be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage, known as Cruce Swain. During the night, I will take on the alter ego known as the Aviary, which might not happen tonight. But hey, it's there. Now, in terms of answering the question that I went ahead and posed, I have two separate experiences. For the first gaming experience I've ever had, I was at 2 years old, and I was watching my brother play Mega Man X2. That shit was my jam.
It's a
That
good
was
one.
such a good gaming experience at that age too. I was like, I goo goo gaga. I'm still basically barely understanding English, but that was fun. Uh, but later on, in terms of the oldest gaming experience I've had, that was actually on the Sega Master System, and it was the game Action Fighter. I don't know if anyone's familiar at all with that, and I couldn't really describe it well either. So hopefully you'll just have to take my word for it. It was a pretty cool game, but it definitely shows its age.
Okay. Then I guess we'll move along to Drew.
Hello, I am Drew the Damager, he, him pronouns, and tonight I will be playing the punk rock priestess Callista Amberblood, the tiefling Twilight cleric. And my first gaming system was an Atari 2600. And I think it's very funny that Tilted's first gaming memory was a
Yep.
game that came out like I remember it coming out.
Yep.
And like that seems like to me, Mega Man 2 is like an older Mega Man. X2 is like one of the newer ones to me. I'm trying to think the first game I ever played, I don't know. It was probably an arcade game, but I do remember I used to play on the Atari River Raid, Maze Craze, and King Tut's Tomb a lot when I was a kid. And those were always fun. You need to talk about like 2-bit graphics. It was great. You were a dot. Maze Craze was literally you were a dot and there was lines and you had to make your way through the lines and that was it.
They just give you an electronic maze to solve. I mean, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Sometimes there was a guy chasing you. Sometimes part of the maze was invisible. So you would like bump into walls and then you'd have to move around again.
Technology, the future.
Yeah, right.
Just
Um,
all I just wanted to bring up because it was like, the memories, right? We're all having nostalgia. And the things that we are nostalgic for, I usually bring up that one on occasion for myself. It's like it's just an unforgettable experience.
yeah. So my earliest gaming memory would be that my family had a Tandy 1000 TX home computer. Um, and I would play. I would have been like about 3 years old, and I remember like having to learn how to input the command line commands to like boot up the games after you put the disc in, um, and to be able to play like Treasure Mountain or DuckTales Quest for Gold, or there was like an Olympics game and Prince of Persia. Um,
I'm sorry, when you said that system, I thought it was literally a Texas Instruments calculator.
no, no. Tandy was a brand of home computer, like the 80s and 90s. And the Tandy 1000 series of home computers was originally released in 1984. Although my first experience with it when I was about 3 years old would have been in about 1992 ish. But the oldest game or gaming thing that I had would have been playing on a Commodore 64 at a friend's house, because the Commodore 64 came out in 1982.
Yeah, that's got me beat by a couple of years.
I don't know what the oldest console I've ever played anything on is. Because I've gone to like cons where they have a bunch of like antique stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have no. I don't think I ever clocked it. I was just like, oh, neat.
Man, I'd feel so bad if I was like, yeah, the oldest gaming experience I've had was on the Nintendo GameCube. Everyone would just be like, shut up. Shut up right now.
I know what kids born in not kids, adults born in 2000 are now 24 years old. So it's like, yeah, dude.
The good thing is I've heard of all these systems, I just never played on them. So I at least got that going for me.
Yeah, back in my day, we had a thing called the Nintendo Entertainment
Yes.
System.
Hey, okay. All right, chill out now.
And most of the games weren't made with the idea of actually being games. They were just things to. I remember the Simpsons Bart's homework one where I don't even think there was an actual gameplay point to it. You just had to find things that were wrong with the town, and it sucked. I remember spending an entire weekend trying to figure out what was going on in Bart's hometown of Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah, and so there were no gaming consoles in my house when I was a kid, aside from the home computer. Not until one of my older brothers bought a PlayStation 1 about maybe a few months after it released.
Oh.
But prior to that, as was apparently a thing in small town Canada in the 90s, um, they would often go down to the corner store and rent a Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis and games for like Friday through Monday. So
Blockbuster
then,
had that.
That was pretty much Blockbuster for us. Yeah, I was about to say it.
Yeah.
so yeah,
The PlayStation 1 was the fourth system that I owned.
I think it was
Yeah,
the third for me because
yeah.
Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or Sega Saturn, and then PS1.
And then the Dreamcast somewhere in there.
Dreamcast was after PS1.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
I never owned a Dreamcast though. My friend did, and I was jealous. But no, I didn't even really play video games until the PS1, and then I played
Mm.
Final Fantasy VII, and that like started everything. And then I found the internet, and it was kind of I just kind of put everything to the side, and I just did that for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, and since we brought up Blockbuster real quick, I remember specifically because this is when SNES was like in the midst of a lot of things. It was like the renaissance of all old school 90s RPGs. Old school, I say, but that's not actually the case. But the 90s RPGs. And we'd have my family and then like 2 or 3 other families that would always be rotating to try and get Chrono Trigger rented out.
Nice. Speaking of Virtual Boy, my friend owned a Virtual Boy, and I remember sitting down and play it, and we tried to play it like all day, and our eyes hurt. We were like kids,
No,
and our eyes
no.
hurt so much after like 3 hours of trying to play the Wario game. There was a pilot game which made you vomit immediately. You would put on the Virtual Boy, and like the plane would go like this, and everyone would just vomit. It was so bad.
Yeah. Very ambitious idea for a system, but it was way too early.
Hey, doing like a scan projected red line is such a bad idea and concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, let's talk D&D.
D&D, D&D.
D&D.
Yeah. Anybody else see that they put out Unearthed Arcana for like the new like half edition or whatever it is already?
Yes.
Where it was
I
a bunch
didn't.
of new subclasses for the
Mhm.
Jeez.
2024 classes.
I would really like it if my Reddit would start feeding me that instead of all the politics stuff I'm getting. That would be great. I would love
Yeah,
that
right.
so much. Because I didn't see that. I would have loved this.
Yeah, there's like Winter Walker Ranger and
Ooh.
Oath of the Noble Genies Paladin. And then I'm trying to remember if there's any other like more new ones. There's a lot of like redone old ones, so like Bladesinger Wizard and
College of the Moon Bard?
oh yeah, College of the Moon Bard.
Sign me up.
Has the 2025 Monster Manual even come out yet?
Not yet.
So they had Unearthed Arcana
The
before the Monster Manual.
Yep.
the like special pre-release digital is out, I think, or at least all of the like reviewers have been able to get it, but I don't think it's like publicly something like
Oath
that.
of the Noble Genies Paladin?
I said that.
Oh, sorry. What? I didn't. I heard
It didn't
Genie
process.
Paladin thing. Oath of the Noble Genie Paladin is such a wild name.
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Anyway.
assuming he gets a wish spell.
Scion of the Three Rogue? What does that mean? You're just saying words now.
Yeah, you'll have to go read it afterwards, or only pay half attention and read it while we're playing.
Yeah, right.
Did they at least fix Bladesinger?
Don't worry, Justin's got you covered for the paladin.
So it's like elemental paladin, like
Yeah.
It's a cool concept.
Last time, way back at the beginning of the month,
Yeah.
the entire session was pretty much spent on the side quest in which you were going to the Blue Alley and trying to intercept a Red Wizard of Thay from making a deal with a Zentrum agent who was trying to recruit the Red Wizard of Thay into working for the Zentrum. And so what happened was the wizard and his like posse showed up first, and then everybody was like, "What do we do? What do we do?"
Yeah, I was stuck in the rope trick section,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "What's going on?"
And then eventually, Peach just like went up to the wizard and said, "We would like you to not deal with this interim. We'll pay you to go away. Here, have money.
And it
I can't believe
worked.
that
And it
worked.
worked.
That was
I mean, yeah,
the best natural 20 ever.
it's effective.
And then the Zentrum agent, a halfling cook, showed up, and Basil portal yeeted him.
Right.
And then Callista had him up by the throat. And then Peach just comes in and whacks the hell out of him.
Just lots of bonks.
So many bonks.
And so then that was effectively the morning of that day. And then the party, Basil and Callista got little cards in their pockets that they found later that said, like, come back and try challenging the Blue Alley. And the party went back to their place at Trollskull Manor.
Oh yeah, we put the cook in our basement, in our flaying basement.
Yep, and then we had what's his face? The guy we hate almost as much as Volo.
Jalister.
Jalister.
Jalister,
Yeah,
that's
we went to
it.
we went to Jalister and told him, "Oh, BT Dubs, we have a dude in our basement."
Yeah, and he came and took them off your hands.
We decorated for Deadwinter, I think.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because that is, oh no, I don't have how many
I
days
think
away
that's the
it
next
is.
day.
Is it the next day? I wasn't
I
sure
think-
if it was the next day or still like one day in between.
4 days remain until Deadwinters.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, that's
We're,
very
we're on
different
day
than what I thought.
we're on day 7 of third 10 day. And then it's 4 days remain because I count this as the 4 days. So then it's tomorrow would be 3 days remain until Deadwinters. Did we have a long rest at the end of last session?
No, because we ended in the middle of the day.
Great.
Yeah,
Be-
my sheet hasn't been refreshed, so
Because you were not sure as to what you're going to do next, like if you're going to try and do something with the rest of your day, or if you're just going to like let it play out and wait for a long rest.
Yeah.
And there was this. You did receive the telepathic message from the Blackstaff with a new mission about going into infiltrating the Xanathar's lair and trying to take care of whatever is creating intellect devourers, and then them using them to replace the brains of key people in Waterdeep.
we have to take out a brain dog mill, in other words.
Essentially.
That is a side quest. You do have your main quest, which is still trying to find where the hell the Nimblewright went with the Stone of Galore. You do know that eventually it was supposed to try and hand it off to this Thrakis the Butcher up in the Field Ward. I know that the aviary, I think, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, did stake out Thrakis's location one night, but didn't
I
notice
sure did.
didn't notice anything of note. That was
Mhm.
actually the night before, because
Mhm.
you didn't come home and then you met them at
I
the Blue
had a
Alley.
level of exhaustion, yeah.
Right.
But then we got all of your exhaustions removed.
And then I got blessed on top of that.
Mhm.
It's good.
Why do I have written down that Basil's scared of mimes? What happened with mimes?
Because that came up at one point where it was it had something to do with because things in the Blue Alley were protected by walls of force. And so then Gubby said something to the fact of like, do you think mimes in Waterdeep use wall of force in their acts? And then you said there's something at like are there mimes in Waterdeep? And I'm like, of course there are mimes in Waterdeep. Then you said,
Terrifying.
yep, okay, Basil is scared of mimes.
All right, noted.
So that doesn't become a niche situation.
We get hit with some kind of creature that is immune to everything Basil does and also is a mime.
Oh my god.
Great.
It, like literally just Mr. Mime.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because
Because-
you'd be resistant to poison too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Mr. Mime just a normal type?
No, it's a psychic.
Like,
Psychic.
Yeah.
Psychic fairy.
Well,
Right.
now it's psychic fairy, but it used to be just psychic.
Yeah.
So it would make it neutral damage with poison. But we'll go with old rules.
Yeah, I was also
Old
thinking
school
of
rules.
old rules before Mr. Mime became a fairy.
Yep.
No, not going there.
Let's just keep it as it.
Okay.
Don't
Anyway,
need to go any further.
Hey,
So-
why do you think Ash's mom owns a Mr. Mime?
okay, just going right past that. It is the middle of the
Tune in
day.
next time for our extremely cursed Pokemon, Ash's mom, and Mr. Mime discussion.
It is the middle of the day. You are all back at Troll Skull Manor. What do you do?
I guess we're all set up in the common room or something.
Yeah. I used up quite a few of my class features during the bonk circle with the cook. So I would need to take at least a short rest if we are going to potentially head into combat. A
Ba-
long rest would be ideal, because I need that to recharge Unleash Incarnation, but that's not...
Basil's also pretty tapped out.
I've got about half my slots left.
I mean, I'm good.
Must be nice.
Well,
Do we want to long rest and then check out the butcher, investigate the butcher thing tomorrow morning?
well, maybe we should discuss that. What do you think is more pressing there, Sir Peach?
Well, I really would like to apprehend the thing that bombed us.
That is a good point.
The problem is, if we walk around so much and then we find it today, I don't even know. I'm so tired, and I'm so blue, and I just want to, take a
I
rest.
forgot he was blue.
Yeah.
And, maybe try to get some of this off my body.
Ah, little Smurf. Little Smurf. Basil. Sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh.
If we take a break now, then perhaps we could go infiltrate Thrakis at night, where we will be where we will at least have the cover of shadow.
I go and point, like, I like that.
I can't guarantee that this will come off, so I might not be. I don't know. Blue kind of is a nighttime shade, right?
Yes,
Are you a
looks-
bright blue or a
Yes.
dark blue?
I'm a bright blue.
Peach
Hmm.
looks at you and goes, I don't think that is a nighttime color.
Or I could do like an ink wash or something and really bring down the tone.
And yes. So the Nimblewright did escape from Growlhund Villa with the Stone of Galore. He managed to extract information from the Growlhund saying that the Nimblewright did escape with the Stone of Galore, and that it was given a map that had a location in the field ward marked with an X on it for the location of Thrakis the Butcher, which was where the Nimblewright was supposed to take the stone. Now, has it made it there?
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it has been a couple days, so Peach is definitely going to be pushing to go to that first,
Mhm.
ahead of all the other things that we've done.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
same with Basil.
For the most part, the party seems pretty much good with that. My character's flexible, but the majority of the party seems wanting to go there.
So do we want to go after a short rest or a long rest is the question.
I'll vote long rest.
What time is it currently right now, Shadow?
Midday. Call it noon.
Okay, so it'd have to bare minimum 8 o'clock is where we'd be getting out.
which would fulfill the under the cover of shadows thing that Callista wanted. So that still works out.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to nap. We just need to take it easy for 8 hours.
Just hang out, enjoy a beer or something.
Yeah. It probably takes around 8 hours to redecorate an entire mansion for Dead Winter anyway, so.
It's
Well-
not really resting though.
There's also lots of other decorative stuff coming throughout the next few days in preparation for the festival.
I'm going to put my forearm up to Basil's forearm and say, I kind of like this. This is like a nice contrast.
Yeah, it definitely gives
Red
a.
and blue.
Maybe I could add like some yellow, like dye, and then I could be green, and then it would be like red and green, which is winter day colors, probably. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but if I had to guess a
And
winter
you've lived
based
here your
holiday.
whole life. What do you mean you don't know?
1 PC,
Nosebleed.
2 PC, red PC, blue PC.
That was a good one. You got me there.
I was trying to think of what I could say instead of fish.
It works.
Shall we go with long rest till evening and then head out to try and break into the butcher's place? I mean, infiltrate the butcher's
Yes.
place.
Yeah, infiltrate. It sounds like a sound idea.
All right, I'm gonna try and get a lot of this off. So I'm gonna be in a bath for like maybe the next 6 hours.
All right. So this sounds like a plan.
Shadow, is there a bookstore near our?
Yes.
I'm going. While everybody goes up to rest, I'm going to head over to the bookstore.
Okay. Anything in particular you are looking for?
I am looking for a book about like the stars and constellations and how they interact with nature and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now, is this the well, I mean, I wouldn't know, but the Rakshasa.
Well, no, because that is a private detective shop.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's the PI. Yeah,
I believe it's
Maybe
the
Trench.
Golden Dragonborn further down the street that has the bookstore.
Oh, the Golden Dragonborn. Yes.
Let me bring that. I should have. Ellie. Bookworm's Treasure. Yeah.
All right, we'll head in there. What was the Dragonborn's name?
Rishal.
Rishal.
Rish-
Rishal.
Rishal the Page Turner.
That's an awesome name. Ah, yes. Rishal,
Mm-hmm.
I presume.
Yes. How can I help you?
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I am a follower of Salune, and I was wondering if you have any books on, say, the stars.
Are you looking to divine secrets from the movements of the stars? Or are you more interested in the actual workings of celestial bodies themselves?
How about a bit of both?
Well, you see, one is astrology and one is astronomy. But here, they're in different sections of the bookstore. But I will show you to both those.
Oh, thank you.
And Rishal, he will take you over to one section that is has shelves of all of these books about how to read divinations from casting, bones and stones and tea leaves, and then there's also astrology. And then so he points out that these are the astrology books. He'll also lead you over to another section where there's shelves of books that all have to do with oh no, this is Spelljammer stuff that I can't remember very well. But it all has to do with like the spheres that all of the D&D worlds inhabit, and like the substance that exists between the spheres, and like what what stars and planets are, and then as you move along, then it even then gets down into physics and math books.
This seems fascinating. A lot of the divination stuff I already know. I spent a lot of time at the Holy Anne's house. And maybe I'll take this one right here. And I'll pick one of the ones on astronomy.
Okay. And so then it'll be a book all about like natural satellites, so like moons, and then also things like asteroids and comets, meteors, and
Yes.
smaller celestial bodies.
Yes, you see, this is very interesting to me. As, like I said, as a follower of Salune, I think I'm gonna have quite a time reading this. Thank you so much. How much is this?
5 silver.
5 silver. Great. I'll give him a gold.
Okay. Do you need change?
No, gold for my gold dragonborn friend.
Most excellent. And he bites on the dragon coin.
Can you imagine the faith in your immune system to receive change from somebody and then just bite it right in front of them?
Callista's been to places.
Yeah.
Natural immunization, I guess, right? Like you're imbibing everything. Like you got everything. Because we were in a what was the monster we killed earlier? That blood's got to be on that coin.
Right.
Good. Not a counterfeit coin.
Well, perhaps when I'm done with this one, I'll come get another one.
You are welcome anytime, young friend of Old Tam.
Aww. God, I miss Tab so much.
I'll just give her a little smile and saunter out and walk back to the inn, our tavern.
Okay.
Before we actually head out, so maybe before or after dinner, depending on when we eat dinner, Peach is going to nip down to his dad to be all, hey, we're going to check on the butcher's place now. Please be prepared in case I get arrested.
I'm assuming you
Going to
Sending
the
Stone.
butcher's place. Why are you going to the butcher's place? Remind me.
Oh, because we think that the Nimblewright went there with the Stone of Galore, you see.
That may be the Nimblewright's destination, but I have information that the Nimblewright may not have made it there.
Peach stares at his father for so long to the point it becomes extremely awkward. And then he finally goes, how would you know about that, father?
I have... It is in my business to have many eyes and ears all around the city, and information flows very well amongst those types.
Peach goes quiet again, and then he says very, very softly, is this how you knew how I lied about doing my homework that one time?
Eyes and ears everywhere.
You could have told me this 2 years ago.
I didn't. Well, I couldn't have you possibly compromising my business. Not until recently, anyway.
Father, are you okay? You've been saying lots of strange things recently.
I've just started to come to realize that you are your own person.
I'm very uncomfortable with this conversation now. Goodbye, Father. He leaves, but then he leaves, but then he comes back to give him a hug, and then he leaves again.
Okay. I always feel awkward roleplaying. Oleander.
Because it's supposed to be an awkward character. That's the thing.
Okay.
I think the rest of us are just kind of chilling at the inn, doing very little.
I'm on my 2d6. I have to roll stuff for my daily upkeep.
Oh, right.
4 is...
Peach won't bring that up, like what his father told him immediately, but he will, like when they're well on the way to the butcher's, he'll say something along the lines of, like, maybe the party should start searching for the Nimblewright once they reach the area. Because yes, it has been a while, but it is very snowy and wintry, so maybe the Nimblewright got frozen on the way to the butcher's place.
So I'm assuming we had our long rest and are going to start venturing out at this point?
Yep.
Okay.
Late in the evening.
Yep. And I'll just go and look over at...
After the
Peach,
sun
like,
has gone down.
Yeah. I'll look over at Peach after, they say like this, and I'm like, how do you know that? How do you know that? The whole thing is that I was supposed to pass by and get where... I'm confused.
Oh, I don't know that. I am just suggesting that maybe we should be alert well before we reach the butcher's place.
Oh, all right. I can work with that.
Oh, you've changed your face. I didn't realize. Hello, the aviary.
Yes. Hello. Good evening to you.
I went to refresh my tea and I came back and went, oh, okay, here we go.
Well, you guys said the nighttime, so I got a shift. Just goes with the theme. All right, well, we better get over there and see if we can find anything out about this Nimble Rider. Anything else for that matter.
Yes, and we should be prepared just in case it has another string of fireballs.
Yes, that would be very painful.
Someone still has the Nimblewright detector, right? Basil?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Basil. Yeah,
Basil's been holding on to it.
Basil has it out, walking pretty silently, hood up, the full cloak on, trying to hide himself as much as humanly possible. Can't really make out his face with like the hood up.
Did we see what color you turned yourself into before we left?
I'm pretty sure he's been keeping it quiet on the down low, trying to fit in the background.
I'm going to look behind Basil, because obviously we just discussed about the Nimble Ride to see him using it, and I want to look to see how he's doing back there. Do I see what exactly has changed?
His gloves on, so it's pretty hard to make out his skin. You're gonna have to...
I'm gonna get real close to Basil and take a good hard look at what's going on here.
Can I help you? You're kind of getting all up in my business. He's like shirking away.
Are you okay there, Basil?
Oh no, I'm great. Just cold. It's a cold night, so yeah, put on gloves and wearing a face mask, scarfed up, and like a hood on and a hat on, and I'm wearing goggles. He looks up. You can't see any skin.
What happened when you took a bath?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Peach swivels his head around, so he's looking backwards while he's walking forwards, and he says, "The aviary. Maybe Basil is going through puberty. You should give him some space."
Yeah, maybe I'm going through puberty.
I literally make like 3 or 4 double takes, like puberty.
You know, like
He's
late
37 years old.
There could be second puberty, right?
That doesn't exist.
And then Peach goes, "Yes, I went through puberty extremely early, but that's because we die extremely early. Basil's
that's
going
the
to live
point.
for a long time, so he might have puberty much later."
The average for humans and halflings are in the teenage years. I want you to know that. There, Peach.
That sounds like 37.
That is like almost 3 times.
And then Peach slows down so that his backwards face and the aviary's face slowly come together. And then he says, "Does Basil act like an adult to you?"
Hey, you have me there, but hear me out. He is physically 37 years old.
Are you
look back
saying
at
that's-
Callista. I can hear them. They know that, right?
I mean, I guess.
And then Peach, just hearing that Callista is now part of this conversation, swivels his head back around and says, "Callista, you are extremely smart. Is 37 a teenage age?"
37 is not a teenage age now.
And then he turns his head back around and says, "I apologize, Aviary. I spoke out of turn.
It's okay.
Basil, you are not going through puberty."
Yeah, I guess probably not. No. But it's fine.
Basil.
Sometimes our bodies go through changes that we can't explain. We don't know how to talk about to other people. And it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Basil, if you're that embarrassed about it, I won't ask any further, but it's not going to affect anything tonight, is it?
Probably not.
I'm a little more concerned now, Basil.
It's fine. I'm fine. Like, well, I'm holding up. Look. Nothing yet.
Is there supposed to be something?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, right?
Oh yeah, the nibble right detector.
your
Okay,
on.
I thought you were talking about you, like something was changing with you.
No, that would be crazy. Surely not.
I don't... Okay, we're just gonna keep going.
Peach is going to like gently herd the aviary slightly away from the group, and then he whispers, "Aviary, do halflings go through a molting period like we do? Do you think
No.
Basil is molting
No, they
and he's embarrassed?"
definitely don't do that.
"Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure."
Yeah, no, it's
Because
okay.
he is acting very strangely, I think.
A little bit, but if you have any questions, please, I'll do my best to answer them. Of course, you can also ask Callista.
Oh. Then he goes to Callista and he says, "Callista, can I ask a slightly personal question?
Yes, of course.
Do your horns stay on permanently, or do they fall off every autumn and then grow back in?"
No, actually, they start out very small when I was a child, and they grow as I grow. So the older I get, the longer they'll get. They don't ever fall off.
Oh. So it's not like human teeth.
No.
Love how we're teaching anatomy to a 3-year-old bird person.
I am learning so much tonight. And then he kind of like falls a little bit behind the group and he is ruminating. He is ruminating extremely hard.
I will sidle up to
Imagine-
Basil.
Good.
Basil, what did you do to yourself?
Oh, nothing. That's not gonna work on you, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. It was just took a bath in something I thought was red dye because I was thinking that like purple might be a better nighttime color. because I can't get rid of the blue for like a while. But it wasn't red dye. It was a Okay, so back when you're an apprentice, you have to make a whole slew of different potions, and one of the ones you have to make a lot is like hair regrowth stuff. And oh man,
Oh no.
covered in blue hair. It's absolutely everywhere. So I didn't have enough time to shave it all off yet. So that's just what we're doing.
God, I hope that you don't actually show yourself, because then Peach is gonna have a freaking mental breakdown.
Peach is going to go, I knew it! You were molting! You are going through puberty!
Well, Basil, that went in a entirely different direction than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, hopefully tonight goes fast. We gotta go fast here.
That's my
Yes.
middle name. And then all of a sudden, I literally tap my boots and I'm off.
So Basil looks like Grover.
Yes.
I'm kind
I
of leaning
was-
into the Sonic the Hedgehog a little bit, but yeah, I'll do Grover.
See, I was thinking Beast from
I was thinking Beast from X-Men.
X-Men, but Grover is way fucking funnier.
So much funnier.
Hey, if Callista got it, then you'd have Elmo and Grover. And if you gave
Oh my
Peach yellow
God.
dye, then you'd have Big Bird, Elmo, and Grover.
Right.
And then if you gave it to me, I'd be Oscar. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. It's green. Is
Well,
there anything
ravens do have
black
that
in there?
like well, ravens do have an iridescence to their feathers, right? So you could just be an exceptionally iridescent and dark feathered.
I was figuring, if anything, I'd probably be the Count.
Oh yeah.
Give you a purple mask, and then you just
Yep, yep.
count a lot.
Mhm.
1, 2. Ah.
Man, as a child, I was just fascinated with how the Count spoke. And there was like a period of 3 months where I was really determined to find someone who actually spoke like that in real life. Not gonna spoil this story for you, but I failed. And I was like, I'm still very curious. How does that work?
You are your
search-
character, Gubby.
Hey, I never said that. I wasn't.
Because that seems like exactly how you'd play Peach in that exact situation.
So,
So, how's this hunt for the Nimblewright going?
you have been wandering from Trollskull Alley up towards the field ward.
Mhm.
And right about when you get to just before this kind of gate, and Basil's carrying the Nimblewright detector, it like for a brief moment it kind of like springs up with its umbrella part and goes whoop, and then immediately kind of goes back down.
Well, that's concerning.
Start walking around in a circle of like trying to find where it's getting stronger.
And as you wander west, then it starts to stay activated and starts growing stronger.
Wow.
All right. We're not near any of the places where Nimblewright should be, right? Where are we
Well,
on
no.
currently?
Well, your destination is the red X.
Yeah. And you sense it around here. How far is that, distance-wise, roughly? Because it's 300 feet is for the Nimblewright detector, right?
Yeah. That would be further than 300.
Okay.
Alright, so we're off, or at least Basil starts putting a pep in the step.
Out of curiosity, does silence stay in one location or does it attach to a physical object and then move?
It stays in one location, I'm pretty confident.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking if silence moves with whatever it's cast on,
Mhm.
we could put it on the Nimblewright detector because it's beeping, and that might give us away.
Because the way it's written, it says basically a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. So I'm
Oh.
assuming that means just that one point and it doesn't move after that. It's
Okay,
not like an
okay.
object.
All right.
Yeah, because if it moved, then that would be like a stealth spell.
Oh yeah, it'd be broken
be-
as heck.
So much better.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it is still
So much
pretty
better.
dang good, but yeah.
So you wander about the 300 feet down along the wall, south of the wall there, with the Nimblerite detector getting stronger and stronger, until you see a mountain of trash and refuse,
Oh.
like piled up against the wall, and
Hmm.
it gets stronger as you get closer and closer to the pile of refuse.
How's my glaive looking?
It is not glowing.
Okay. Peach looks at the rest of the group and lifts his glaive up in like a little questioning motion. Like, should I hit the pile of garbage?
Oh no, allow me. Basil will just jump in.
Okay.
I'm fully covered right now, right? So it's,
Oh, okay.
we did establish I'm like covered head to toe. So at least
I
this
was
is
literally
fine.
about to like gust of wind to get rid of some of the particles and stuff, or topmost debris, but I guess we'll just leave Hazel do his thing.
No, it's way funnier picturing Basil just Scrooge McDuck in his way into a
Garbage.
pile
100%.
of garbage.
What he's doing, for sure.
Okay. Here we go.
So, Basil, as you kind of like wade through the garbage and you're like pushing stuff to the side and whatever, like barely underneath like the top layer, you see a large piece of red fabric that has a torn corner missing.
Oh.
I've
And-
seen this.
And then underneath the fabric is a still alive but dismantled Nimblerite, where like its arms have been popped out of its sockets and
What?
its elbows broken and its knees broken. And like
I'm
its
assuming
head
it doesn't have the thing that we're looking for either. Well, that's not good. I'll just like I'll start shoving pieces out into the alley.
and like you can see like the head of the Nimblerite kind of like awkwardly moving as like it's trying to see like who's there.
Hey, buddy, I gotcha. Don't blow us up, though I don't think you have any ability to do so. All right, here we go. I'll lift up the head as like the last thing, and I'll just gingerly carry it out of the pile of garbage.
Okay.
Peach sees this going on and goes, "Oh no."
Well, at least we can bring it back in many pieces opposed to one piece.
And then like it's like broken elbow with like its hand hanging down, like you can see like the hand make a waving motion like from like down there. It's like, hello.
Can you like nod your head and shake your head for us, Mr. Nimble? Right?
And then it will kind of like have this like awkward motion because like its head is like kind of like slightly like off skew, and like but like it will be able to kind of nod and shake its head yes and no.
Did you bring a stone to somebody and then they did this to you?
And it moves its head in which the manner in which you think is a yes.
All right. You don't breathe, do you?
And then it shakes its head no.
Into the bag. All right.
Just all this other garbage that he's surrounded. Like, wait, no, I'm going from one trash bag to another.
He goes in there and there's like 10 little toes floating around because we still have no idea what's been done with those.
Do you guys have any questions for the Nimorite? Because I feel like we gotta go now. If this is what happened to the,
Yes, where did he come from? Where's the stone? Like, what?
Who took
I have
it
many
from
questions
him?
for him.
Peach is going to
'Kay.
poke at the garbage pile.
1 second.
Yes?
Drew said, "Where did he come from?" And all of a sudden, my mind just went,
Where
"Where
did
did he
go?
come from? Where did he go?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did he come from?" Nimble Joe.
that crossed my mind too, to be perfectly honest with you.
All right, so Peach, or Peach.
Yeah, can I roll some sort of check to see and determine how long this pile has been here? Like, is it a hastily just assembled garbage pile, or has the Nimblewright been here for a really long time?
Well, yeah, sure. Give me a check.
What
Call
shall
it
it be?
survival.
Survival.
Yeah, right. I see that.
It's the one that's kind of the closest to what I have in mind, I suppose.
Yeah.
16 is what Peach got.
Yeah. So like, it was kind of like barely under any other refuse. So it was probably within the last half day.
The Nimblewright does not seem to have been here very long. We should hurry.
I'm gonna, Mr. Nimblewright, or person Nimblewright. I don't. How do you? It doesn't matter. Nimblewright. I'm gonna throw all your arms and legs into a bag, and your torso, and like all the stuff you're wearing. We can take that out later, and we're gonna ask you questions on the go. Is that cool?
And then it'll just kind of like contort like its broken hand into like a vague thumbs up.
Great. We can fix all this later with probably some type of magical tape, but it's fine. And then I'll toss everything in the bag except the head, and then we can ask questions as we're on our way to the butcher's.
Basil, do you know how these things work at all?
I'm assuming it's some type of magical script through enchantment of some variety to cast some type of, I don't know, maybe a spirit or a Feywild something comes in and then harnesses it through the body and then works the magic. That's just like a wild guess, though. Not really good at a lot of the spell stuff. Just kind of know it when I see it.
Yes, but the one that we saw at the House of Gun, that one talked. It could communicate with us.
Well, it had a sign language. It
Oh,
didn't
it had sign
actually
language.
talk.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and the arms on this one, pretty busted. One was just broken in half like a chicken leg, which is crazy. Whoops, that's okay.
Both Peach and the Avery look at Basil.
Sorry. It's a stressful day.
Do you think?
Very.
Do you think if I could fix his hands, then he'd be able to communicate with us easier?
It wouldn't hurt. Here, if you have something, I'll take one of the arms out, and I'll take the other arm out of the bag as we're walking.
I'll cast mending on it.
Okay. Yeah, that will work.
Nice.
Can I like put the head next to me in the cloak so it's just balancing there, and then hold the arms out so it can sign language?
So-
I guess we're going to be restricted to just yes or no questions because none of us use the sign language that Nim used, right?
That would be correct.
Oh, right.
We just did this for nothing.
Like it was like a unique Nimblewright sign language that he had devised for. Okay, yeah. I guess maybe we could ask something like, we know Thrakis is a dragonborn. Am I making
Yes.
that up? Okay, so we could say, did a dragonborn in a butcher's outfit do this to you? Or, you know, stuff like that.
It will indicate no.
Oh.
I'll look at him like, did a drow in a shady cloth do this to you?
No.
Did the Zens get you? Is this like your own group gotcha type of situation?
No.
Peach looks at Basil nervously and goes, was it perhaps a mind flayer creature?
No response.
Okay, that's not good though. I'm just talking directly at the head. You get that, right? That's not good.
And then like it gives like a confused gesture.
Yes, it might just not know what a mind flayer is. Do you know Illithid?
and then the nimble right like rotates its like obscure head around again, and then it'll point at Basil, and then like try to like make gesture of being like wider, taller.
Dwarf? Talking about dwarves of some variety, or like bigger than that?
Bigger.
Okay, humans. Bigger, smaller?
No. And then it points at the side of its head.
I'll look at the side of its head.
It's pointing at like where its ear would be.
Elf? What do you?
No, so
What
I
are we
was
doing
thinking
here?
that.
And then, and then no, and then like it like kind of tries to make like wider like motion.
Wider
A
than an
gnome,
elf.
perhaps?
Bigger than a halfling. Wider than an elf. I feel like that's a
That's like so many things.
2 elves. An orc? We talking like
Goliath.
how big we talking here?
Peach asks, bigger than me because Peach is the largest of the group right now.
Okay. And Peach is
6 feet tall, I believe you said, right?
Yeah, 6 feet.
But how wide? Because that's clearly a metric here that we have to worry about.
Uh-huh.
and then like it points at like lower than the top of Peach's head. But then
Okay.
again it points like outward.
What is wide?
And then and then like it points at Callista and like and like is like stabbing at her like the skin on her arm.
Oh, so like a monster. Like a devil
So,
monster?
A wide red, a pit fiend?
Aren't those huge?
Well,
Those
yes.
are massive.
So
Yes,
something
I-
shorter than me, but also wider than me, and red.
And pointy ears.
Short, wide, red, pointy ears.
Santa Claus? No.
Can I do like a survival
Yes,
check or something
okay,
to see if I
Mr.
can
Ranger.
Can we do rolls, please?
Please, I'm
Save
the
me.
ranger. Please, this is like one of the good things I
Yes.
have going for me.
Mr. Ranger, you can give me a check.
I can do
Please,
history,
for the love
if
of
that
God, I
helps
beg
you.
thee.
You should be able to
25.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh,
a stroke of inspiration comes over the aviary, and you think that it might be describing a hobgoblin.
Okay.
I never would have guessed that in a million
Oh.
years.
Me
furry,
either.
huh?
Oh, of course. How could I have not? No, it's a hobgoblin.
A what?
A hobgoblin. They're big, basically exactly like you described. Bigger, redder goblins.
I thought they were furry. Am I? I'm thinking of a bugbear. Huh?
Yeah, you're thinking of a bugbear.
Yeah, you're thinking of a bugbear. They usually
And then,
are a
like,
little bit more
the nimble,
smart than goblins too. So
yeah, and then like the nimble red's head like starts like going up and down and up and down and up and down.
okay, we got it. We know it's a
Wait.
hobgoblin.
Right,
So-
so now we just have to find a hobgoblin in
This
Waterdeep.
general vicinity.
Did a hobgoblin do this to you on your way to the butcher or after the butcher? Wait. Yes for one, no for the second. And then nothing if none of that's relevant. Does that work? That works. You're fine.
And it just acts confused. It's like,
Okay, all right.
You have
That's-
both of its hands out, right? So you could
Yeah.
say, left hand for before and right hand for after.
right hand.
Okay,
Oh,
Yeah,
after.
so after the delivery. So the delivery was done.
So,
Okay, so we still gotta get to the butcher's house like now.
Question is though, what are we gonna do about the nimble rye? We're gonna, I guess, store it in the bag of holding and
In the
bring it
bag.
over to the.
Yes, we'll just put him in the bag. Yes, it's fine.
Okay,
He's-
okay, fine. We're
And
gonna keep you in here for a bit, but we'll get you back to somewhere where we can fully repair you.
If you see goo, don't go into it. It's bad goo. I just start putting the head into the bag.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. I guess
I
we're heading
feel
to the
like I
butcher's
must
now.
remind everybody that this Nimblewright, even though he is busted up in many pieces, did bomb us.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but under the orders of a very, very corrupt, demon-worshipping noble.
Well, that brings up an interesting philosophical debate about whether or not you hold accountable the exact actions of a person or the, just kind of effort of the hierarchy pushing down upon them.
Well, let me ask you a better question. This thing was made not even a couple of months ago. It's like asking Peach to go and make a life or death situation when, they were 3 months old.
But what is thought?
My
what could
father
stop
did
us-
ask me to do things like that.
Wait,
That
what?
is highly concerning. What? I might have
Wait,
to have a
what?
conversation or two with your father. I'm not gonna lie.
It was for practice.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
We're just like running through the streets. Just
Yeah.
all right, okay, cool.
I'm just,
Alright.
I have no words for that. I'm just going, yep. I've heard this too many times already from Peach that, oh, this is just normal. No, it isn't.
From Peach and Basil, honestly.
I will sidle up to the aviary, and I'll lean over to him and say, "I don't have family, and for a lot of my life that was depressing to me. Now I think I might have been better off."
I actually had a decently caring family. I'm even starting to question it.
I'm running next to Peach as fast as I can. They know we can hear them, right? Like that's everyone's been speaking way too close to everyone else tonight.
I think if we're all running, then Peach has got Basil under his arm.
And then he goes, "Yes, but I have long learned that people will always judge parents like ours for their parenting decisions. It is extremely normal."
And I turn
I
around
guess.
like, nothing you guys say is normal.
Like I know my parents are bad, full stop, right? Like we do know that. That's all that's cool. That's signed, sealed, delivered.
But yes, I do grow very concerned for both of their upbringings.
I like to think that just as we turn the corner onto the Butcher Street, Peach goes, "My father gives me snacks."
That's great, Peach.
So as
Basil's
you
autobiography titled "It's Bad Goo."
Bad goo all the way down. Yeah.
Go ahead, Shout. Sorry.
Yes.
yeah. As you approach the location that had been indicated as to where Thrakus the Butcher's would be, and the aviary, you of course recognize this place, having been around here once before. You see a building that appears to be an old fire-scorched windmill.
Oh.
That has been converted into various things, and there is the old windmill portion kind of up top here, and then down here, I will ping on the map. You can see that?
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
There is a sign in between two doors there, and it is a red wooden sign carved to look like a butcher's cleaver.
This is quite a large establishment for a butcher, I must admit.
I must
Yeah.
admit, I am surprised to see a butcher in a windmill.
That
And
is also a little concerning.
Think about the rent prices here. That's crazy.
so there is also a door over into the other section of the building over here. A brief look around suggests that that section of the building is a very kind of run-down, ramshackle housing situation.
Mm-hmm.
The business of the butcher itself it looks like it is likely just that western.
Okay.
How does this area look like? Like, is this a nice area or is this a rundown area?
This is one of the worst areas of the city.
Ah,
I turned
okay.
to Peach.
It's very run down, very
Okay.
poverty stricken.
I turned to Peach and like, maybe that little magic thing you do. That's probably a good idea right now. Or we get a little extra sneaky.
Peach goes, "Oh, yes, of course," and is going to cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
Okay.
Perfect.
And he is also going to pop his echo into existence.
And this is not anything here, right? Just a window or something, Shadow?
Correct. That is a window.
Okay.
All of these indentation spots are windows.
Okay.
So
Just wanted to
it's
make sure.
Door and door, right?
Yep.
Just those two?
And a door here as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, but these both look like they're going to the shop proper, correct?
Seems like it.
The sign is in between the two doors.
Okay.
So
So, we going into the shop or into the person's very obvious home?
Well, it is getting
Uh,
pretty late. We could always scout out the shop. Maybe they're out of the building.
The shop is closed for now. Is it occupied?
correct. It is closed.
Okay.
And there is a let me see here. Yeah, there is a heavy metal padlock on the door.
That's
Okay.
nothing though. I can acid melt so much of those off, so that's not really much to worry about. The problem is anyone actually even home? Can we see lights on anywhere?
There's maybe a light up on the second floor of the old windmill.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah.
yeah, that's the only sign of any kind of like life beyond what is maybe like people just trying to like be inside the windmill portion, staying out of the cold of the winter.
This window right here,
Yep,
is that on the first floor or second floor?
that's on the first floor.
I'm gonna sneak over there and look in it.
Okay. It's very kind of like greased up, but like you can kind of see inside a little bit, and you can see that there are like bodies on cots and like an old beat up desk along one wall.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back over here.
So actually, I will reveal that.
It does look like there's some people sleeping in the room there.
Well, maybe what we should do, because it seems like the windmill is quite occupied, we should sneak in through the shop, because at least that seems very deserted.
I agree.
Works
Yeah,
for
it's not
me.
a bad idea.
Do we have to make any checks as we're getting closer here?
Nope.
I'm gonna melt
Oh,
that padlock off.
Wait,
Is
before
this-
you do that.
Is this window on the first floor as well?
It is.
Peach will take a look through that one.
Okay.
What do I see?
You see rubble and a staircase leading upwards.
Oh. Does the window look like something that I could open?
No.
Okay.
And it's rather small. Like
Okay.
you could maybe squeeze through if you like took all your like everything off, but
Oh, not a problem for me.
Yeah, not at all.
Sexy singles in your area.
So you were wanting to cast Acid Splash, I'm assuming there?
No, I just have vials of acid. I can
Okay.
melt it. Yeah.
I
just
imagine
pour
that's going to
pour
make
that
some
bad boy out.
noise, though, right?
Peach
Acid?
can pick the lock.
I imagine both things would make some sort of noise.
Yes, why don't we let Peach try to pick the lock first?
I'm going to go ahead
That
and
way-
cast Silence centered in between the two doors.
Okay.
And that will
While
cover both doors.
If you want
so
to save
while
me the acid, sure.
so while Peach is picking the locks of both doors, I guess, since they're both covered and we may as well.
Okay.
He is going to tell the rest of the crew about the potential layout of the place, saying that basically here it looks like there's a staircase going up the side of the windmill, so we should probably, if we want to access the upper levels, stick to the west side of this wall.
So do we have advanced hand signals that we because we're in a silence bubble right now. Are we all?
I mean,
do we,
I'd
do we know
imagine
each
if-
other enough to have like?
I imagine
like,
Peach would
hand
go ahead and
movements?
say motion out of the bubble and then probably
Yeah.
discuss this real quick and then go back in.
You guys don't want to have a whole conversation through just exacerbated hand motions because that would be.
We
amazing.
already did that last session, and it was
Alright, okay.
wild.
We also aren't very good at it, considering the fact that we just tried
Only
to do
one
that
of
the
us
nimble,
knows
right?
sign of some sort. Okay, so I am now rolling the check for
Opening
this
lock.
door.
Yeesh.
Da da da. Thieves' tools. Yep. That is a 17 for that door.
Okay. So it takes you a few seconds, but you are able to just able to find the right pins and whatever it is to figure out how to unlock the padlock, and it comes loose.
Okay. Is this door locked with the same sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
An almost identical looking padlock.
Oh,
Should be even easier now that you know.
should be. Watch the dice curse me though.
Shh.
Well, that's a 24, so
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
You had practice in the first one.
And you're like, I think this is the same pattern as the last one. Well,
could I have another me? Because I have my echo out.
yep.
Thank you. Woohoo! Okay, so
I'll go
I
ahead and
guess-
motion to Basil to move off to the side so that way I can breach essentially.
oh
All right.
no,
Well,
what
there's
is
blood
that?
all over the place. we
Basil
are
is
in a
screaming.
butchery.
There's a silence below, but Basil's screaming loud. But there's also no one can hear it or no one can see it because he has a big. But he's just screaming.
The butchery is ice cold and reeks of meat and blood. A blood-stained chopping block dominates the room, and shelves of cut meat wrapped in bloody parchment line the walls. The floor is streaked with blood and covered with bits of gore. That's the
Nice.
butchery.
I'm just thinking in my head, guess sanitation's not really on the menu here, huh?
Yeah, neither are food safety standards. I see. Peach is
So-
going to enter this one.
Okay, so this is the larder.
Okay, a larder.
Like the butchery, it is frigid and smells of meat and blood. There is a canvas, kind of concealing something on the western wall, and there's blood and gore leaking out from around the canvas.
Well, Peach's echo is going to go to the door, and then gesture for Callista to come in.
And as I look through the door, I'll say, "Oh well, it looks like it's quite a mess there. What do you?"
Where does silence end? Because
I was about to say because this
Yeah.
is a little awkward. I
Yeah,
am
because,
currently centered it right here, so it
Okay.
would end Well, that's still technically in. It's 20-foot radius. So yeah, you'd have to be basically right up against this wall here for you guys to actually talk.
Okay. So Peach is basically going. His echo is going to gesture to Callista to come in, and then be like, in a sort of get ready kind of a gesture. And then as soon as Callista's in, Peach, the actual Peach, is going to look at her meaningfully, look at the tarp, which is clearly oozing some kind of fresh blood, and like lift it really carefully with the butt end of his glaive. And surely it's just an animal carcass in there, right?
At the same time, in the other room, Basil is licking the blood to check if it's human blood, right? Like,
Oh
if
my
it's mortal
God.
blood.
He's gonna goo you.
Yeah, at the same.
I literally almost gagged seeing him do it.
So under the canvas,
Uh-huh.
there are 6 half-frozen humanoid carcasses,
Oh.
like elves, humans.
Oh. Not like humanoid creatures. No. These are straight up humans and other
Yeah.
human creatures.
So Peach has his glaive like that, right? Lifting the edge of the tarp. So he just goes.
And so then, like,
Callista.
same time over in like the butchery, Basil's like licking and tasting the blood. It's human.
I immediately I look at the aviary and I make like a monster motion, and then I make like an eating motion. I'm trying to signal cannibal to you, but I don't think we've had to use that ever.
No. So
So
I just look at you
basically-
confused.
So Peach's echo suddenly like appears like going around the corner and is like
Freaking
Yeah.
out.
like come like quite urgently.
Is there anything else of note in this room besides the fact that it's just all bloody, or is there like anything to like ledgers, anything like that before we exit this room?
Nothing really in the room. No, like it's bloody and gory, and like there's wrapped pieces of meat along the walls and whatever.
Great. As we exit,
Some
we'll
of
just
it is
relock this door.
like human and whatever. Some of it actually looks like actual like bovine, porcine kind of meat as well. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Basil's gonna gently close the door, relock it. Just never, don't ever have to think about that room ever again. That can't be. It can't get any worse than that, right?
And then you literally go into this room. It got so much worse.
Yeah, so the moment you guys run in following Peach's echo points, and then Peach is just holding the tarp like,
Basil, can I perform some type of medicine check to see? These have clearly been kept for a long time. Is there any way to discern how long they've been kept for?
well, yeah, they're like half frozen, so probably
like
like
do they have freezer burn? Do they
let-
have
like the ones on top are probably like a day and a half, and the ones on bottom are more like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I'll point, and then I'll point out with my fingers like how many days I think they've been currently dead for.
do they have their skin? Like have they been flayed?
They've not been
Like-
flayed.
Okay, because Peach is his mind is going really dark places right now.
They don't have comical bite marks in them, correct?
No.
Okay, great.
Do they have any discernible / recognizable features? Like, do they have faces? Basically, is there a face that we could look at and like try to remember, and like I don't know, go to a missing persons board or something?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
Also, you did say that the older humanoid creatures were at the bottom and the newer ones are at the top, right?
Yeah.
It's FIFO for a reason, gentlemen.
We don't hear you.
I know. Just sitting here as a restaurateur is like, you put the old stuff first. What are you doing?
Yeah, Peach is definitely going to pick up on the aviary's vibe, though. Yeah, and he's going to point at the blood on the floor and then go, "Mm-mm." Like, why would you do this?
I don't know.
But he'll lower the tarp, and can I investigate the room to see if there's anything kept here that might give us more information?
Yeah,
Mm,
while he's doing that, I'm gonna move over to here and look around this corner. That corner. Kind of sneakily.
It looks like
Just in
there's a
case.
door there.
Is that a door or a hallway?
That is a door. It is locked. It is like barred and padlocked.
Hmm.
I really don't want to have to do this already this early, but I had to cast silence a second time.
When you say barred, do you mean barred on the other side or barred on this side?
Barred on this side.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
horrible.
we just remove the
This is
bar.
fine.
Yeah, but sound.
We can be quiet, surely.
Have you ever picked a lock though? It's not very loud.
The
Right.
lifting the bar might be a bit loud.
There is like surprisingly nothing really else in either the butchery or in the larder that indicates, like an above board business being ran here. This seems very kind of sketchy. Aside from,
the
humanoid
obvious
carcasses.
corpses of humanoid creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't give
All the
anything
blood.
away.
Just
And
all
the
the blood
blood.
everywhere.
Peach is going to have so much to tell his dad right now. But should I make a stealth check to lift the bar and then thieves tools on the lock, or do I just thieves tools, or strength check? What would you like me to roll, basically?
Just for picking the lock.
Okay.
Are we outside of the sphere of silence right down here?
Once
Yeah.
we're basically past
Okay.
where Peach is, yes.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Peach.
Oh, okay. That's an extra D4.
The padlock thwarts your picking attempt.
Oh, so it's a 13. May I try again?
Yes.
That's even worse. Well, it comes out to the same. So Peach looks at Basil and then just does like a little pouring motion.
Yeah, Basil's like, I got it. Brings out the acid vial and just pours it over the lock.
Okay. So it takes a few minutes, but then the padlock eventually, like, the locking mechanism,
Sizzles.
like, fizzles and burns away from the acid.
Just don't step on like the puddle, because then you get like metal stuck to the bottom of your shoes, and I've done that a bunch of times. Then you're walking heavier, or you're limping to one side. It's not fun.
There are
Peach
still
just
sleeping
nods.
people here,
Okay.
Uh,
Are you saying? Are
we-
you implying my voice is shrill?
Maybe a tad.
That hurts, you know.
Well, it's just the honest truth, friend.
Peach is going to pat Basil's shoulder and then whisper quietly to him, "My father says that I was newly hatched. My voice was also very shrill. It's okay."
So it just reveals a hallway leading up.
Uh-huh. I'm going to have my echo go first,
Okay.
and then I will follow after it. Do we see anything new in the ooh, okay.
Is this a door behind us right here?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if I care about it.
Yeah,
So
and
there's
is this a door as well?
Yeah. So this is a door. This is a door. And then up here, there's a hallway that turns to the right, and then also the stairs that go upwards.
Okay.
I'll
Can
shut
we
the door
hear
behind me.
anything? Like, can we hear anything behind these doors?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 19.
I get a 21 for this door.
Okay. You hear behind both of these doors the sounds of light movement and snoring.
Okay, so probably not where we want to be.
So the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we kill people in their sleep to continue to cover up our tracks and be stealthy? Or do we just go after the one thing and then run away really fast?
Don't know where the one thing is. That's the problem.
Probably upstairs? Where would a boss live?
Probably
That does sound
upstairs.
that does sound like a boss thing to do.
And that might be a good spot to maybe take our break for the evening.
Oh.
Nice.
So we
And
will
sounds
remember,
be
fun.
everybody, a break for us is a break for you. So while we are away, go forth, have a drink, eat a snack, gird yourself for existence, and we shall see you all back here very shortly.
Mm-hmm. All right. We will be back. Ta-ta for now.
Woohoo!
Okay, and we're back.
So it's 4 guns. pulled on me.
Oh.
Hoodie, for the love of God.
Apologies to the party that raided and came
Yes.
to a break.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate timing.
Thank you to the kids are asleep for that raid. Sorry, you popped in right immediately after I threw up the break screen. So
Mhm. But luckily, you missed the horrific abattoir of death that we just passed through before break. So you win some, you lose some.
mhm.
I'm sure it's only gonna get better. So, you know,
Yeah, we're gonna be making the abattoir because look at all these NPCs on the map that we're desperately trying to avoid.
Yes, so
We-
you did just hear the sounds of light movement and snoring or sleeping sounds from beyond these doors.
are these doors locked in any notable way?
They are not.
Are they like handled or are they like push doors? Like, how cheap are we talking here?
They are handled doors.
Okay. I'll look up to the group. Do you want me to like look around or?
Peach is going to shake his head no.
Okay.
And I noticed that everything around here is quite gnarly, shall we say. Um, could we perhaps find planks, either in the area or in these previous 2 areas that we just examined, and like put them underneath the handles of the door so that even if they do wake up, they can't get out and chase us? Or is that too much? Should we
Mm,
just continue on forward?
Not planks, I don't think. No.
Okay.
Could I mayo up the outside of the doors? So they slip and fall.
I mean, yes.
Okay. I'm just hey, I don't think I'll actually do it, but I'm just asking.
So like the ground in front of the door.
Yeah, I'll as we go to move on. Should we like booby trap the outside of the doors in some way?
That's a good idea. And then I
Right.
see you get out the jar and I'm like, what are you doing?
Mayonnaise is part oil. I mean, I guess I could just make straight up oil. I could just make straight up oil, huh? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
While Basil's doing that, Peaches, do I have ball bearings or is that something?
I gave some of you guys stuff before. I don't know if you have it anymore.
I think I gave you back your ball bearings because they are out of my inventory now.
Well, I've got 2 sets of them, so if we want to, we can place them.
Right. You guys move on further in so I can oil up here.
Does not sound right.
While you're doing that, this door,
Mhm.
Is it locked?
Nope,
Wait, that door wasn't locked?
it wasn't locked.
But we would have missed all this great storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the
like all the
back.
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Peach is just going to point that out to the rest of the group, and then
In fact, that door is barely on its hinges.
then Peach is not
Great.
going to touch it. So he'll point it out and then very slowly start moving forward. And when he gets here and recognizes the stairs that he looked at from the window, he'll point to them.
I'm just looking at the Calista. You might want to. I'm gonna oil up real nice here. So.
All right. I guess I'll move past you then.
Here we go. A 5-foot square of oil goes down.
Yeah, so Peach is going to say to the others once we're all huddled up nicely in this area that, oh, these were the stairs I saw from the window. We should take those.
All right.
And as you go to do that, this door here opens.
Oh!
I immediately go invisible. As I'm like pitched with the alchemy jug.
and
I
an
immediately cast fog cloud here.
emaciated young woman opens the door
No!
and slips and falls on the oil and ball bearings. And looks like she's injured herself having fallen. And the door is now open.
Can I see her?
Yes.
Does she look emaciated in the sense of she? Okay. Is she wearing any notable gang colors? Let's start there.
No, her
Okay.
clothes are worn and tattered.
Okay, I immediately am going to cast Healing Word on her.
Okay.
Which will so did you cast Fog Cloud?
Yeah, I already said it, so technically it's there.
It's cool. I cast invisibility and I'm immediately gonna come out, seeing that this is not a bad guy. Go, oh jeez, and just immediately heal this person.
Cloud.
Oh jeez is my healing word.
Just heavily obscured, okay.
Yeah.
And like you hear her groan and she's like, ugh. That hurt. Briefly. Why do I feel better? I still need to go find the privy.
Hazel's just stepping backwards.
Why is it all... Why can't I see anything?
We're such a disaster.
This is gonna be some Looney Tune shit. Somebody tells me the privy's this direction.
And she immediately tries to walk north.
I've been walking just like slowly this way.
And she
keeps...
she's like all like Velma without her glasses, like stumbling along down the hallway.
I'm assuming we hear the footsteps, right?
And like hands along the wall, finding her way north. Just keeps heading north.
I think we'd probably try to dip up the stairs during this.
Yeah.
Because we probably hear these footsteps coming.
So then she'll eventually reach up to here. So that should be out of range of the fog cloud, I think. Let me check here.
Let me double check for you.
So it depends on where you centered it.
Yeah. I probably would have placed it so the edges would cover for Basil and or that entryway. So 20-foot radius. Let me see here. So he was standing right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 feet. It would be right around there. So technically, no, she's still in a heavily obscured
Okay,
area.
so she like finds the corner and she's like, okay, this is the corner. And then she like turns and goes down the hallway, goes down to the end, and she's like, okay, I found the end.
Up the stairs. Up the stairs.
And okay, this should be the door to the other room. She opens the door. She kind of like peeks around. Everyone in there seems to be sleeping. She kind of gives a feeble wave, goes around, and goes in here.
Meanwhile, we've Scooby-Doo style gone up the stairs to stay out of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fully.
so
Okay, you've gone up the stairs.
oh.
Scene transition.
Hello, hello.
That might not be entirely the correct order, but
Yeah.
I had placed tokens in there in preparation, and I didn't know what order you would. But
Thank you.
So I'm assuming that's a door, that's a door, and this is a door?
there are 3 doors. One on the
Man,
west
that
wall,
is an
east
interesting...
wall, and south wall.
That is a
What's-
very interesting distance between those 3 doors.
So
Uh,
let me describe the scene here.
Yes, thank you.
So, an ancient millstone lies under a jumble of debris that includes machinery and pieces of the collapsed roof. Dust and cobwebs cover everything except for a narrow path towards the door at the south. And also, that staircase you went up would have been considered rough terrain because it is covered with bird droppings, broken roof shingles, mud, and mold.
Oh boy. Does it look like anybody has gone up that staircase in a while? I
Yes.
can roll something if you would like me to.
Yeah, sure. Make a roll then.
Survival, I guess.
Yeah.
You got this.
I do not. It's a
Okay,
7.
maybe you don't have it.
Mr. Ranger, roll
I
me
mean,
a rage.
I can do that if you want.
I imagine like
25.
oh, look at
There it
that. Yeah, I imagine Peach just looks down and go, "Oh, messy. Father would not like that," and just moves on.
Yeah, there seems to be kind of like a well-worn path through the dust and cobwebs that's continuously trod, probably every morning and night, from the staircase down to the door at the south.
Oh.
Seems to be a very significant amount of people going up and down these stairs.
Well, likely like one person, just morning and night.
Okay, a very consistent person going up and down the stairs.
Peach whispers back, "If this person is going only to the door at the south, should we clear the other rooms first, just to make sure there are no nasty surprises?"
Yeah, we should probably
Yes.
get these 3 doors down.
Oh my god, man.
Boo.
Oh
Ew.
boy.
Can I
So
cast silence directly on Basil and no one else?
I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to say something about it.
Peach will listen at this door, to see if there's anything behind it. Is it locked? First of all.
It is not locked.
Okay.
You would
I
not
will-
hear anything beyond it.
Oh, okay.
You open the door.
I will open it as quietly as I can.
Okay.
Oh.
So large sections of the roof above here has caved in, leaving holes through which birds and precipitation can. The floors are littered with broken shingles, bird droppings, wrecked furnishings, and other detritus. Scores of pigeons roost in the moldy rafters.
Aww. Peach looks at the others and just shakes his head.
I
And
go in
closes...
there and I immediately just start looking at all the pigeons.
Well, now that we
is
know
somebody-
this room is clear, I'm going to open this door.
Okay.
I almost instinctively want to just cast silence in this entire radius. It literally covers everything, I think. It does.
It is an empty room full of rubble and detritus.
But it looks like there's a door here.
It does.
I guess the next thing would be I check the doors over to the south to see if anything's being heard behind them.
Okay, give me a perception check for listening at that
You
south door.
got it. Fuck.
Oh no.
It was bound to happen. I got 2 good rolls.
There is faint sound that's kind of ragged beyond that door, but you can't quite make out what exactly it is. Callista, if you are entering that room,
And I'm listening at that door. And I rolled a 15.
you would not have that trait, and I don't think you have that proficiency.
Oh no, why would you say things like that?
Which means, as you enter that room, the floor gives way, collapsing to the floor below 20 feet.
Can I cast Vortex Warp on this?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
How's a 12 do?
Oh, you just made it,
Ooh,
Nice.
yes.
Okay. Whew.
which means that you will take. So this is a successful save. You will take only 3 bludgeoning damage,
And do I fall
And-
through the floor?
and you fall through the floor back down to the other level.
Can I cast Vortex Orb here?
Mm,
I know it kind of rains on this parade a little bit, but
sure.
No, it doesn't rain on the parade because Callista said specifically never cast that on me again.
oh right. Basil holds up like the cannon for Vortex Warp and goes, "Oh wait, yeah, sorry." Puts it back in the bag.
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. So Callista, you are in this dark area.
I'll throw down a rope instead.
So
Ooh, in here?
you are in here. Yeah.
Where there's nobody?
Yep.
Isn't
Yeah, but
fog?
that sound for
fog cogniz-
sure woke people up.
Yeah.
Should have cast silence.
So now, like,
Damn
from
it.
beyond that door, you can hear like the sound of like people waking up and being like, "What the fuck was that? Did a section of the building just collapse?"
Basil, did you say you throw a rope down?
Yeah, I'll throw down a rope.
I'll scramble up it as fast as I can.
I'll hand the other side off to Peach and Shadow Peach. Come on.
Okay.
Peach and Shadow Peach yank, like, just heave as powerfully as they can.
Give me an athletics check to climb that rope,
Callista or
Callista.
okay.
We're just anchors.
You can make it at advantage if Peach is helping pull up.
I am helping, so woo, strong boy.
Thank God.
Well, it's a good thing you
No.
have advantage.
12.
Okay, there you go. It's a good
It's
thing you
better
had
than nothing.
advantage.
Yeah, no kidding.
With Peach's...
For anybody listening, my first roll was a 0.
It was so bad.
It was
It's
horrific.
amazing.
Yeah. So you scramble up the rope with Peach pulling it up, and you manage to get back up to the upper level. And find a stable section of ground to rest on.
Yeah, I'm going to
Stable.
walk out here and then close this door right here.
I'm just quickly pulling up the rest of the rope.
You want me to obscure everything again?
Peach is going to say, wait, let's see if anyone's running up the stairs.
Do we hear anyone running up the stairs?
No.
That is shocking. A whole
Well-
freaking part of the building collapsed.
To be fair, if I was living in a really terrible building and the upper part of it fell in on me, I would not be running up. I would be running out.
Right, yeah.
But
I'd be
Ne-
running away.
now you hear the sounds of like several things like sliding and unlocking from the door at the south.
Oh.
They're doing it for us, so that's good. I'm pulling out my gun, my crossbow. That's good.
Peach is
And
gonna.
then standing in the now open doorway, having slid all the bars and unlocked everything, is a tall red dragonborn
Oh.
Cool, I cast Hold Person.
wearing floral pajamas.
Oh.
Oh.
Aw.
Huh.
Well,
So quickly, I'm disarmed.
well, that's better than him being naked, I guess. Are the floral pajamas bloodstained? Is he in
No.
fact the butcher?
You wish to cast Hold Person.
Yep. He's got to beat a Wisdom 16.
Getting stuff here. Yeah, okay. And he gets a 17.
Oh,
Of
no.
course.
No.
Did you say it had to beat a 17 or
No,
was
it had to beat a
16.
16.
16? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got a 17. Uh, and then he sees that there is this group of people, and someone just tried to cast a spell on him.
Uh-oh.
I'm immediately gonna cast silence on him. Because if he screams, then we're fucked. So I'm gonna go and cast silence.
And his reptilian brows furrow, and he scowls, and you see his arm reach past the doorway. Roll for initiative.
Shotgun?
We just somehow missed the shotgun. 20 for Peach.
18.
Bruh.
You guys
Bruh.
are doing great.
I
Yeah,
had two 25s and two 9s. It balances. Everything's balanced here, guys.
Yeah, I
Balance
got a
as
3.
all things should be. Oh no, Callista.
You know the worst part is I could have advantage too, but I keep forgetting to cast that spell on myself.
Oh no.
I mean, you were kind of panicking getting back up to this floor. It makes sense.
Mm.
Okay.
Hello.
So yeah, it definitely seems like this figure, who is presumably Thrakis, the butcher, is about to wish some violence upon you, although he's not technically acted as such yet. But we start our initiative order with Peach,
Hi.
and then with Basil, and then Thrakis.
So Peach is here. Echo is here. The other one.
Okay.
Let me see. I am going to move here to cast Bonk.
The most scary of spells.
I cast Bonk. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Yahoo! And that would be a 10?
And damage.
Yes.
I'm waiting for this to be like a major fake out, and this is just a commoner with commoner stats. And you, like, you just fully decapitate a human in front of us with like, and we have to like deal with the fallout of it again. I'm like, oh no,
Not again.
we just
Not
keep killing
again.
people.
Just keep flying out the window every time. It'll be fine.
I'll take that hit.
19 again.
Yeah, so that hits.
And that is a 9.
Okay.
We're getting very consistent rolls here.
And I can make one additional melee attack from the Echo's position, so going to move over and let Echo get a poke in with the glaive. That's a 20 to hit.
Okay.
And 10 points
Jesus.
of damage.
All right,
Casual-
29 damage.
Casual 29.
Yeah, and I'm going to
Unleash Incarnation, Second Wind, Action
Action
Surge.
yeah, action surge.
Oh, okay, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I am, because I feel like this can be really funny, or it could not be.
Or Peach to
So
just fully just kill a person.
listen, I'm a peaceable, loving barn owl.
So peaceful.
That is a 25 to hit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
For 10 points
10
of
more
damage.
damage.
So are you getting Great Weapon Master at some point? Because that's I feel like that's the moment that Shadow has to start really ratcheting it up.
And then second attack. That's only a 14.
Okay. Does this man in pajamas have an AC 14?
That hits.
Well, okay.
For 14 points of damage.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
Oh my god.
Sweet
How's he looking?
Jemima.
Well,
That's
he's still
crazy.
standing,
He doesn't look
but he
rough
definitely
at all.
he looks wounded.
Okay. And for my last thing, I'm going to move aside and basically let the echo. I move the echo, what, 5 feet so far? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to move it another 5 feet and have it shove to make him prone. So he needs to make a DC 15 check, I think. DC 8 plus proficiency bonus plus STR. Yeah, 15.
Sorry, which kind of check was this?
Either a strength or dex saving throw.
It's a 19 strength.
Okay. So, and then the echo is going to move back. And that will conclude my turn.
Okay. Okay, so then that takes
So-
us to Basil.
What a great amount of damage I just did.
Just walks up a little bit. Hey, sorry about all this. Hey, so we're just looking for a thing. We can just leave and get out of your hair. I'm just looking at Peach with wide eyes. As Peach just like,
Who are
slowly
you?
blows.
What do you want? Why are you disturbing my sleep?
I'm gonna say some words to you, but if you're a brain dog,
Why did
you're
you
gonna
attack
immediately-
me?
Do you have the Stone of Galore? Did you kill the nimble right thing? You know where Hobgoblin is?
All I care is that I've been attacked in my own home.
Okay, we'll ask your corpse then, and I'll cast Melt's Acid
Oh
Arrow.
my god. You know, we can't take him alive. We don't.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how like the absolutely panicked, freaked out by brain dog members of the party are rolling really high.
I don't want to deal with brain dogs no more.
I don't want to deal with brain dogs no more.
9 points of acid damage. I'll take 44 points of acid damage immediately and 2d4 points of acid damage on the next turn. Half as much. Okay, yeah. So at his turn, he'll take 2d4 of acid damage as well.
So is that the second roll there? Because it shows a 9 and a 4.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
how,
four would be the next one.
how much damage am I?
So he's taking 9
nine
now and 4
then
at the start
4
of
on
his turn.
D&D Beyond just did all of it. I don't know why. I didn't ask for it.
9 now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And his turn's about to be up, so another 4 in a second.
And then I will hide behind a person.
Okay. And then it says turn, and he takes 4.
Yes.
Okay. So so he's grabbed a great axe off the wall beside him. And he like lets out like kind of like a primal rage scream.
Oh no!
And then he steps up and he takes a swing at Peach with advantage.
At regular advantage because I have the cloak of displacement. So
Okay,
does
so
the
it
advantage cancel out?
cancels out. Well, that would still be a 22.
Well, that will definitely hit for sure.
Okay. So that will be 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the advantage or disadvantage on you is gone now for this
Yeah.
turn.
And then he attacks again with a 23 to hit.
That will hit for sure.
And a 9 slashing damage.
9.
But now attack rolls against him will have advantage until the start of his next turn.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Alright, and then it will be Cruce's turn. Or the Aviary's turn, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, it's okay. Aviary's here. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the sensible route and actually knock him out because we've murdered a lot, and I don't want to keep having explanations to our good gym bro. That's the swole Asimar have to constantly do this for us.
The Swasimar.
Yeah. So I am going to make non-lethal attacks because I'm certain he's taking quite a beating, but I don't know if he's quite dead yet. Or close to it, that is. So let's see here.
He's definitely below half.
I know
Oh.
it's at advantage, so let's see. Okay, no
Get that crit. Oh.
So, 24. That'll hit, right?
Yes, 24 hits.
And I'm gonna roll the damage, and then I'll do the Umbral Strike. So that'll be 14 damage. And then roll the Umbral Strike, which is 1d8. Plus my mod, right? I believe it is. It's been so long. So it'll be 1d8 plus 4 in that case, right? Or is it just the 1d8?
For your Umbral Strike, it's just a D8 on top of your
Okay.
damage.
Cool. 4 damage.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the first attack. Second attack. Oh, it's a good thing we have advantage. Okay, dirty 20. And that'll be 13 more damage.
Okay.
And then I get one more attack since it's still the first turn. And that's a crit, baby.
Oh.
And that one will
Shit.
knock him out, no matter how much
Okay.
no matter how much damage you do. So
Perfect. All right. Now, as soon as I knock him out, do we hear a bunch of other or people coming up the stairs now?
no.
How?
Well, we did note that the lady who went to the bathroom was emaciated, so he might just be a really shitty boss who has night terrors. So they're like, oh, don't go upstairs or the boss will kill you.
All right. Well,
I'm bounding to immediately start investigating this dude's room.
Yep.
I'm jumping over his like knocked out body, just like hopping over it. Be like, where's that stone?
we can ask so many more questions now that they're knocked out.
Peach will follow Basil, and is this a door?
It is a door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
I will open it very carefully.
Okay. The door kind of only opens about 3/4 of the way because the room is completely sorry, one second here.
Covered in rubble.
Yeah, it's almost completely filled with rubble due to the roof above it having mostly collapsed.
Well, Peach is going to close the door, and then, I guess, move out of the way so
Yeah.
that people can come in.
So, in contrast to almost the entire rest of the building, this room seems very well kept.
Oh, eat the rich!
Oh, for sure. Do you want an investigation roll out of me?
So, there is a wood-framed king-sized bed with clean mattresses and plush blankets and pillows.
Wow.
Wow. There is a window looking out over here that appears to have been recently repaired. and will quietly swing open on oiled iron hinges. On the northern wall stands a wooden armoire.
Oh, armoire.
Ooh, we're getting super
Ooh.
fancy. And this is where he's got all those little floral pajamas at. Is that what you're telling me?
Mhm.
I'm going through all of it. I'm rooting around.
Nope.
I'm
Okay.
old truffle pig.
So the armoire holds 4 clean sets of clothes,
Okay.
2 gray cloaks, a heavy crossbow, a wooden case containing 20 crossbow bolts, and a locked lockbox.
Ooh.
I'm just pouring acid over the lock. Like, just
Nah.
let's. Is it in
Peach
here?
has his like lockpick tools out. And is like, oh, okay.
While
He's
they're
like, he's
doing all
done.
this,
He's just going.
while they're doing all this, I'm going to take rope and start tying up the dragonborn.
I would probably also be assisting with that.
It's-
I like how Glissa's just like
It's
coming
fine.
up slow.
It's fine, Chris. I know how to tie knots.
Sexy
And then I give
singles
a
in your
very,
area.
very, very poor wink, and then go like, "Yep, I'm sure you do."
So inside the lockbox is a stack of papers that seem to be rather ill-kept receipts and ledgers, and 1 platinum coin, 12 gold coins, 16 silver coins, and 80 copper coins.
Can I quickly go through these papers and see what is this like business stuff, or is this about like all the people that are downstairs that clearly did not care if this person died?
It is business stuff.
Okay. Crossbow, the lockbox and all the papers, and then like the cloaks and just the night clothes. Just everything's just gonna go in the bag real quick.
Okay.
Is there anything on
Just-
the nightstand that might be interesting?
Just like a candle in a candle holder.
Okay. Can I lift the mattress to see if there's anything hidden under the mattress or
There-
under the pillows?
There is a book.
Oh. Does it look immediately cursed?
No,
Okay, because I
Not-
remember
not-
what happened the last time. I
not
checked out
as
a
in
book.
magically cursed.
Okay. So Peach picks it up. Does it have a title? Is it bound in human skin? Does it have a face on
normal
it?
questions here.
Normal questions that you ask after you've been to a devil worshipper's house and you
And a
accidentally
person that's-
manifested 3 demons.
And
It
also
is
the fact
smut.
that you saw a bunch of humanoid bodies.
It is smut.
Uh,
So Peach opens it and he says,
Yeah, th-
Basil,
it-
I don't understand what any of these words mean.
Yeah, and there are both words
Wow.
and pictures.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Peach looks at it and goes, Basil, I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a lot. That's. Wow. I didn't know they were that big. All right. Wow. Well.
Callista, I found this book. I don't understand what it is.
Yes, let me take a look at that.
Peach
Oh.
hands it over. Is it Dragonborn smut?
Yes.
Because that would
Yeah.
be extra funny.
Yes, it is. And it's also like interracial dragon.
Does it
What?
say bad dragon on the cover? Is that what we are?
Well, and we'll just deal with this later. Help me up. Help me get him up into the bed.
Okay. Peach, will do so. I'll roll athletics if you wish.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But there doesn't seem to be anything in this room, huh?
Nope.
I got
That
an
would-
11.
on that thing, Basil starts like patting his pockets. Right. It was right here. I'm gonna hold up the wand of secrets that we got
Mhm.
and just use it.
Wonder secrets.
I almost want to say that book doesn't have the title The Lusty Argonian Maid, but I feel like that's a bit too much there.
That's a novella. That's a scandalous novella.
Secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you. Pulses and points at it.
Basically checking if this dude has hidden anything else. Like, if there's a secret compartment in this room, we just would have missed.
No.
Okay.
There would be no response from the Wand of Secret.
I'll put it back in
Well, that's
the
a-
pocket.
Very
Nothing
good
else
thing
here.
we didn't kill him, because now we can ask him where the stone is.
So an 11 athletics to move him into the bed. Is that what I'm seeing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be enough.
All right. So I'll
What is
kind of prop him.
What is the one from Peach?
I used second wind
Oh.
to heal up a little bit, so I
Okay.
just rolled a 1 plus the 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll prop him up on the bed, and I will.
I'm feeling some weird interrogation tactics here. I'm going to pull the two children out of the room.
What can I do?
Oh, what? Are we not gonna talk to him? I have a lot of stuff we can, like, make him talk with.
I have thoughts on what Callista's planning here.
Okay.
I will cure wounds him
Okay.
for 10 points.
Okay. So he'll be restored by 10 points and wake up. You didn't. Did you bind him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
that was
the
like
whole
at
thing
very
about the
beginning.
knots?
Oh, yeah, the knots, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then, like, his eyes just open and, like, his pupils narrow. And he's, like, glaring at anyone in the room.
Peach
No,
has
we're
been
all
pulled
out.
out of the room.
Callista's the only one that actually didn't attack or damage it.
You are Thrakus,
Well-
I presume.
You did try to cast Hold Person on him, right?
That's
Yeah, I
true.
did.
You tried to cast some sort of spell on me.
Yes, unfortunately it didn't work, or that would have been a lot less painful for you.
What do you want?
We want to know about a run-in with a nimble right that you might have had.
What's a nimble rate?
It's sort of like a mechanical man.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
Come now. You can tell me.
No. Maybe it wasn't smart not to bind my maw. I could still breathe fire on you.
Yes, but you won't. We're just having a conversation.
After beating the shit out of me.
Yes, well,
Where's your friends? I'd like to breathe fire on them.
well, they have absconded. It's just you and me.
Peach gives Basil a thumbs up and like,
Why
yeah.
Why don't you untie these binds and then we can have a fair one-on-one fight?
Oh, I don't think you want that from me.
Uh,
No, let's.
maybe you'd like me more than you might think.
Oh! Lusty Algronian maid!
Honey, I don't think you could handle me.
I wouldn't mind trying.
I bet. But let's get back to the nimble right before any of that. The mechanical man.
So you say. He came by.
Did you happen to drop anything off?
Well, he came by. I saw him. That's about all I really know about him.
And you don't know where he was going or who he was going to talk to?
Nope.
Can the birds assembled outside do a perception/insight check?
Sure. Probably an insight.
Yes, I rolled insight. That's a 23.
11, so we'll go with Peaches. Peaches, nice.
Yeah, he is definitely not being forthcoming.
Basil's gonna down a little
like-
shot.
He
S-
like he definitely is purposefully not saying.
Look
so
at Peach. Have you
Peach
clocked
just
this?
shakes his head.
Okay. Basil's gonna knock on the door and go, "Ma'am, we have surrounded the windmill as your orders. We're going to start confiscating and locking all this down. As soon as you're finished with your conversation, please come outside." And go.
What the fuck is this thing?
I knocked on the door. I was invisible.
Oh. Whoever that friend of yours isn't very convincing. Definitely putting on a voice.
I'm gonna bust into this door. And I'm gonna shoot this man with my magic missile wand. I tried for this. You piece of garbage.
No, really?
Are you actually doing that?
I don't know, man. You know what? I'm gonna.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Basil's on a knife edge. Let's see. Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Basil's gonna open the door.
No.
And pull out the gun and just hold it at him. I'll do it.
Well, now see you've angered my little friend here. Look, we can be out of your hair. We can leave. We can leave you to your abode. All we want to know is where the stone is.
And I've been trying to tell you, I don't know.
Can I insight that? Check that specifically.
Yes.
$19.
Oh.
It's a half truth. He definitely knows something about the stone and where it went, but he is technically being truthful when he's saying that he doesn't know where it currently is.
Does the Xanathar mean anything to you?
And then he spits. He's like, yeah, I hate the Xanathar and their minions. They could all die in a fire. My fire.
Oh, calm down, buddy.
But at least we agree on that.
Now the question is, did you actually mean to ask about the Xanathar? Or did you mean the Zentarum?
No, the Xanathar.
Okay.
The ones, yeah, the Beholder crew.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I wanted to get that out of the way. Because I have a feeling that it's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But they had this. Aren't they the ones that had the stone before? They're the ones that were dropping it off to us, weren't they?
Well, it was an agent of Daggalt Neverember that was trying to bring the stone to you. And they had
Yeah.
retrieved it some years earlier from the Xanathar Guild, who had it for a
Okay.
while.
I knew they were in there somewhere.
And then the living man made off with it.
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
with
and the limping man was with
The
the
Zentrum.
non-Doom Raider Zentrum.
Correct.
who are also
So-
with the Growlhounds,
Yes.
which is how
So
it got here.
And then was later flayed.
yes. So most likely this guy is an agent or at least some kind of lackey of the non-Doom Raider Zentrum. That's his most likely allegiance. If he has one.
Ding.
Do the Doom Raiders mean anything to you?
Heard tell of them.
If only I had. You were quite unhelpful, you know that?
I'm just sitting there tapping at my shoulder like, I can get in there and make this guy squeal.
Peach is thinking of somebody who could definitely make this guy talk.
So, do you want me to poison this guy or not? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, what do you think, Thraggers? Should I let him poison you or not?
Well, I'm not.
I don't hear a no.
I don't have the information you're looking for. So
Once again, we can ask your corpse. That's fine with me. I'll just start pulling out all
Make-
types of
make
menacing
an
vials.
make an intimidation check.
With freaking Basil of all people. What was that description for it? Blonde hair, cherubic.
No, he's covered up with all the stuff because he doesn't want to show that he's hairy
Got
and
a
blue.
5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
my mask falls off and you just see a blue hairy face as I'm like going through pouches. I'll kill you.
Look, I'm trying to be civil about this. My
Nah,
owl
and
friend
I'm no
out there-
snitch.
Well, my owl friend out there, worked you over pretty good. And I could have him come back in and do it some more.
Yes,
I don't want to...
she could. You will have been beaten up by a 3-year-old child.
That's something to think about.
All I'm saying is if you think you need to kill me to get the information, might as well do it. But I imagine the animating force of my corpse won't be of much help either.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Peach is going to come a little closer and then say very quietly to Callista, you know, we could put him in our basement. You know what happens to the people we put in the basement?
Yes. Yes, perhaps we should put him in the basement.
And then Peach
Well-
swivels his face around to Thrakis and says, Hello, my not friend. Are you interested in suffering most horribly?
What's this about a basement?
We have a basement, and we put people who do not answer questions into our basement. The last person who we put in our basement wound up flayed to death.
There's still Floxen.
So you have heard of our basement.
Okay, I'll talk.
Yeah.
He just like,
I've heard of the terrors of that servant of Regan Dartha. I don't want to come face to face with that guy.
he just like, oh, that's okay. We were talking about our basement.
What? Okay. The, whatever the nimble red gave me, I put in a cart full of a meat delivery that's going down to a pie shop.
Do you know the name of the pie shop?
Cuddles Pies.
What
Huddles
a humorous
Pies.
name.
Pardon me. Cuddles
just saying.
Pies.
Yeah.
For the people taking notes, is that coddles or cuttles?
Cuttle apostrophe
Okay,
S.
cuttles. Okay,
I'm gonna spell
thank
it
you.
cuddle. Thank you.
I thought it was cuddle, like, you know, like you
Getting all
cuddle with your
cuddly.
stuffed animal.
Aww.
Run by the baker, Sarah Cuddle.
All right.
What's with the people downstairs? Are you keeping them hostage, or like what's going on here?
They're squatters.
Oh, so they just don't have anywhere else to go, and you just live here?
Yeah,
Can I insight check that?
sure.
Like, is he lying about them being squatters?
So do the insight check.
19.
They are squatters,
Okay.
but basically, there's something a little bit about them that's, he seems on edge about.
Oh, they seem to make you very uncomfortable. Are they perhaps devil worshippers?
Devil worshippers? I don't know anything about any devil worshippers.
Oh, I only asked because that's the most disturbing thing I can think of, and you seem disturbed by the squatters.
No.
Maybe they're of mind flayer affluence.
As long... if they do the occasional chore, I'll feed them. They're spared from being fed to the others.
Oh, they're the
Excuse me?
cannibals. Oh, they're the cannibals. Okay, that's weird.
Got it.
Oh,
All right, I literally take out my sword. Like, all right, time to murder some people.
you may have jumped a bridge too far there.
Wait, so they're eating people? You're making them eat people? Yeah. So you're the bad guy? Just holding my gun up at him.
He's making them eat people. Yeah. They're not willingly.
Oh. Because like, oh, okay, wait, now you're making them eat people, right? So you're just a bad person.
That would be the case.
Bizzle looks around. Are we done? Can I shoot him? He's bad.
You're not gonna ask him about the stack of corpses in the larder?
Yeah, we are going to ask about that. So,
I'm just portraying unhinged to this person.
so the bodies in the larder, those are what you are feeding them. Is that the case?
No. Those get chopped up and mixed in with the other meat that goes along with my deliveries.
Okay, now
Okay, Sweeney Todd. Holy
I want to
shit.
super shoot him.
And we're going over to our Cuddles. Okay, then. We're going to a pie shop.
Right to a pie
Oh,
shop.
it is Sweeney Todd.
We're getting Sweeney'd.
And then Peach is going to ask, and these bodies that you chop up, are they of the people that fall afoul of the Zentarim?
Yeah.
I turn over to Basil like, this is why you don't join them.
Well, yeah, no, the whole puppy kick thing was pretty bad. The whole now pie making thing is really, really bad.
Just a little bit.
So Peach looks at Callista and says, you are the one in charge of this conversation. What would you like us to do?
There's like a video game screen of knock him out, and then Basil can be highlighted and just says shoot him underneath it.
I'm imagining like the BioWare wheel where you have like the good person option and then the unhinged option.
And then also on top of that, they have the Walking Dead where it's like, Basil, remember this.
Basil's gonna put the gun away and just give you the stink eye.
Everyone give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Well,
That is a 12 from Peach.
And a 14.
15 from Basil.
okay, our best roll's a 15. Good luck, Basil.
Okay. One second here, please.
Ah, gosh dang it.
So some of the squatters have come up the stairs and are poking around the top of the stairs, like looking and trying to listen in to what's going on.
Basil just looks back. You guys don't want to eat people anymore, right? Basil's the one that sees us, I'm assuming.
Eat people? I thought he was
Hey,
just
who-
killing us.
Ah, okay, but you
Wait.
ate meat from him?
The meat he was feeding us were
Okay, well, we got
our
some stuff to
friends?
discuss.
Oh no! Oh
my
no!
God.
This Basil,
This
you
one-
really need to work on subtlety.
This one
Just a
really
little
bad,
bit.
really quick, gang.
This
We're
is
so
Um,
bad.
extremely bad.
Okay,
and
but
the
please...
one in front draws a dagger and starts charging him.
Oh no, I got it. I'll just shoot him.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Wait, shoot the squatter?
No, I'm gonna shoot the what's his face, Thrax. But I'm gonna shoot him with a level 1 magic missile, just to prove that we have the situation under control. He's healed for 10. You can't take more than 5 damage with the magic missile. I'm just showing authority that we got this under control. We're good.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot Thrakus with the magic missile. Is anyone going to actually stop the commoner who's gonna come charging in though?
Yes,
I have
I'd
Sentinel.
stop him.
I have Sentinel, I can do it.
Okay.
I'll just do a quick 5 damage to prove that we've got the situation on lockdown. We're good. We're good, guys.
Also, I just want you guys to imagine you are a likely starving, extremely malnourished person in the first stages of prion disease who woke up in the middle of the night because the ceiling fell in, crept up the stairs, learned that you were eating the meat of your dead friends, and then the person who is telling you this is like a halfling wrapped up in clothes with like a Grover face
Yeah,
popping
it's
out.
just like a beard, a big bushy beard of blue.
Yeah, that's about sums it up.
And so then, like, the aviary or Peter will whatever will like stop the commoner, and he just collapses over and he's crying. And the dagger clatters to the floor.
Oh, I have so much food in my bag, guys. I have so much, and it's not people. So like, yay!
Maybe don't mention that right now, Basil.
Once, listen, you just
Just
gotta
say-
call things what they are.
Peach looks at the crying man and then looks to Callista and then says, "You know, I was going to suggest maybe we should have him arrested because he is putting bad meat into, food." But maybe we could also leave him with these people, and they could hurt him most magnificently.
I'm for putting him away for a very long time, but I'll leave the decision to you.
Well, what do you think, Thrakus? Should we throw you to the wolves? The emaciated wolves?
And he'll just like kind of like boot back up on like the bed, and he's like obviously looking for a way to try and get out of this mess.
Would you like to go with the guards? I mean, because those people out there are going to tear you limb from limb. Because we're going to leave, and I'm not going to take those bindings off you. Or you could walk out of here, and we could take you to the guards. You could explain to them what you've been doing. And you will go to prison, but you'll be alive.
Okay, I think I'd rather be alive.
Basil's gonna lower the gun, just start taking food out of his bag.
You see what happens when you cooperate?
While Callista is getting Thrakus ready to march him down the stairs and take him to wherever the nearest guard post is, Peach and I guess maybe the aviary, we're corralling up everybody who is in the windmill as witnesses so that they can go and be like, hey, yeah, he did make us eat people.
Okay.
I'm handing out very light food because we got a lot from what's his face. I just remember
Zord.
Zardos, right?
Yeah,
I just
give
remember
them
Sean Connery.
vegetarian stuff, like
Yeah.
stuff that is definitely not meat.
All the non-meats that I have in my bag from that, I will give to these people.
Is there any like visible? Like, I'm assuming most of these guys are emaciated, but do they have like actual physical wounds on them? Like a large amount of them?
No, no wounds. They're just malnourished.
Got it.
Do we serve food at our place?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a tavern.
Yeah.
I'll gather everyone up. I don't know if we can like make it like a every meal thing, but at least one meal. If you come to the wherever it is that we are, someone else here knows that I'm just really bad at a lot of directions. You can come to our place and we'll just give you a meal in the house, right? It's totally fine. You don't have to eat weird meat. Handing out mashed potatoes.
Did you have business card made for us, Basil?
I think so. I think I did like the whole 9 yards
We
with
need
like
flyers for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I made hand-drawn business cards at like another point in time that are like on cardboard and really bad. But have our address probably printed somewhere on there.
Peach had shown the cards and the flyers to his father, and his father said the cards were terrible, so Peach just has the flyers, which look really nice. So he takes out like a bunch of the flyers that he always has on him so he can hand them out as like promotion. And he also takes out a pen and like draws a really shitty windmill on the corner of each one and gives it out to everyone and says like basically tells them after they've gone with Thrakus to the guards to provide testimony, they can just show up at this tavern whenever and show the flyer with a little mark on it for a free meal.
Everyone is
also,
extraordinarily grateful.
what? It was 12 gold. How many people are here?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I'll hand out 1 gold piece to everyone.
Okay.
From 2 of my own gold, and then the 12 gold that are here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'd just be like, just for like right now, if you need a place to stay, use this. If you come back later, there's more here. I just don't want to give you all a bunch of money and then send you out into the wilderness while you're starving. So,
Yes, focus on making yourselves better.
Where's the guardhouse that we leave them at with Thrakis?
Oh.
You're just walking down the street with a group of people, and like, what I
Essentially
imagine,
homeless people.
yeah, imagine to be like the most surliest looking dragonborn in floral pajamas, just fully bruised and beaten.
Oh, he's
Uh,
probably freezing because it's cold and it's winter time. Peach will get one of his cloaks out from the bag of holding and like put it on him just so he doesn't freeze to death.
Yeah, so there is a guard place right here.
Okay.
Just inside the entrance into the North Ward.
do we mention the cuddle pie thing too? Of like, hey, it goes, it gets worse, right? Like,
Um,
No,
Maybe not
Well-
for now.
No. What we're going to do is we're going to tell the guards that a door blew open, the door that was off its hinges, right? And we saw people inside the house, the falling down house, right? And we thought we'd go in there and we'd take them out of there because they're obviously squatters. When we went up to the top, oh no. When we were looking around for people, we found a bunch of dead bodies, and then that's when we went up to the top and we found this guy, and he admitted to us that he's been feeding these people dead bodies.
if that is the story we're going with, Peach is going to like bust in the door that was supposedly open because it was closed when we came in and also when we left. So I'm just going to like go back and
Yeah, the one that was like hanging on by the hinges.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just-
barely, so just throw it out.
Yeah. And then Peach is going to say, but I do feel we should say that at least we suspect him of putting bad meat in all of the meats he sends to the places he supplies, because it could just not only be Cuddles Pies that is tainted. It could be multiple shops.
The only concern
Yes.
with that is then they might send guards over to Cuddles Pie, and then we lose out on our opportunity.
we
We
should
could
just go there immediately.
Yes, we can go there now.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
Okay.
I guess that's the story we're going with. Do you want us to go and roleplay that, or you want to just go, yeah, that's fine?
No, that's fine. We'll just
All right.
We have
Cool.
advantage talking to any town guard anyways, so it's like,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess we'll make our way towards Cuddle Pie after we've set everything up.
Mhm. I like how there's a street here that's just called Burnt In Street.
Yeah, right between Flipcoin Street and the Fieldway.
Yeah.
Or
What an
Flipcoin Alley.
auspicious and soothing name to to call something. Woo.
So Cuddles Pies is down in the trades ward.
Oh.
We're
and
going
you-
on a freaking scavenger hunt.
Yeah, how late is it by now? Because we went around 8.
Yep.
We didn't really ever get into combat or anything prior, so I mean, we pretty quick.
Yeah,
The
it,
combat
it
was
would have been
pretty
pretty quick. Yeah, like
Maybe an hour at most.
yeah, an hour and a half, probably. Oh.
And look, we didn't solve a problem by just straight up murdering everything. I knew we could do it.
Peach says, yes, I must thank you actually for stepping in when you did. I quite lost my mind and became unhinged when I saw him
I-
come through the door.
I did notice that then in less than 6 seconds you had hit him 6 separate times.
yeah, that when you think that everyone might be a brain dog, it's a little nerve wracking because you're like, I just don't want you to live anymore because I'm gonna have to fight you again once you die, and yeah, it's hard.
I
It's hard.
understand that fear, Basil, but not everyone is affected by the quote-unquote brain dogs.
Yes,
You know,
now that you mention it, I feel that perhaps I will become a lot calmer after we get rid of the brain dog factory.
same.
Yes.
But thank you again for stepping in when you did. I fear I
course.
would have done something terrible if you had not.
I'm glad I can be helpful.
Oh, this is a wintry landscape right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole area is supposed to be wintry. It's just that
Yeah,
we're
it's
seeing
just like
some
this one.
fog and wind going.
Yeah, this one is extra scenic. Woo.
Yeah, so I put you onto the map with the alley where Cuttle's Pies is located, and that is where we will finish off for this session.
Woohoo.
Good times.
Good time, good time.
We didn't murder somebody.
We didn't murder
Yay.
somebody. We saved people from being unwilling cannibals too. Woohoo!
Yep. And we didn't have to involve the Masamar in our antics.
Whoa!
I'm certain he'll sleep a little easier tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I just like the line, "We'll talk to your corpse." It's just good. It's just a good line.
Yeah. So you located the broken Nimblewright, and then got up to Brachus's butchery, found out the cruel truth of what was happening there. Also a lead as to where Stone of Galore probably was sent next.
Oh,
We're gonna
we
circle like
also
half of this, and then it's gonna be in the hands of some random nobody we don't even.
we do, once we finish investigating this pie place, need to decide what exactly we're going to do with the busted up Nimblewright.
Yes.
Yeah, because it is a terrorist, strictly speaking, because it did kill 11 people with a fireball. That's kind of a big deal. And I know the temple said, oh, just take it apart. But I don't know. That feels a little gnarly to me, especially
pretty
because
sure-
it's already busted.
Basil's like hard on team bring everything to the black staff, right? Like it's the above my pay grade type of situation of the I don't know what to do with this. You take rid of it. You get it out of here.
That's true. That's true. I forgot that we could do that.
But
We also had the
the House
Temple
of
of Gond.
yeah the Temple of Gone, the House of Inspired Hands, did ask for you to bring the Nimblewright back to them, and that they would reward you for it.
But it did kill a bunch of people, right? Like that's the problem. I love to bring it back with this like free and clear of not killing people anymore.
It just fell in with the wrong crowd and was doing what was
Yeah, I
asked
think
to
we
do.
could probably swing it in a way with our sway on certain, like we can probably talk to the Black Staff about it after the fact, or any of the other 40 figures, just to clear things up and then go from there. But that I don't think we need to go
Also, it can't
scorched earth
walk and
and
it
say,
can.
yeah, screw this thing.
It can't walk and it can barely communicate through sign language. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
threat to anybody.
Yeah, we can bring it back in pieces to Gond. I guess that's fine. As long as it can't kill people anymore.
But I do agree that we should at least tell the Black Staff what Nim did, because her concern is, magical things, right? And it does seem important if someone is magically creating sentient life that
Yeah.
can then panic upon becoming sentient, which mood. But then also
Mhm.
panic to such a degree that it somehow gets bamboozled into bombing people. Like,
Yeah, it's a little bit of a magic gun type of situation. If you made a magic gun that could be pointed at someone else, and
yeah.
it's some type of regulation has to be put into place here.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm really looking forward to whenever we next get to play,
Ho, 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 ho.
Same.
because I forgot that you folks as a party move through things at a pace at about like 1/4 to 1/3 of to what I think you'll get to.
I really think one of these times we're gonna like really just go through it real fast, and all of a sudden Shadow's like, whoa, 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 hold on now. I thought I had like 4 sessions here. Come on. There'll be a point, I think. We're having a lot of fun with our RP, of course, but I do think we should probably pick up the pace a little bit because we're on episode 32 and we haven't even finished the
How-
first module.
So
How
yeah,
long were we on Icespire Peak for?
like, what do you mean?
Like, how many episodes of how many sessions of Icespire Peak did we go through?
That campaign?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is a good question. Don't
because
remember.
we went at like a similar pace to this one. Or at least I feel like we are.
If I had to guess, I would probably say around 30.
Only 30?
Yeah,
in the
That
the
feels crazy.
the playlist on Arv's YouTube channel is 34 episodes.
That
Yeah, that seems right.
feels crazy. So we've done the same amount of episodes that we've done for this as we did for that.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was an entire module, and this is just we're still in chapter 1, right?
No.
Chapter 3 of this module.
The-
Or chapter 4.
You're in chapter 4, and chapter 4 is kind of the last chapter ish.
There's like an epilogue chapter.
Yeah,
number
we're in
5.
like 4 of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's happening.
We're getting there.
I mean, considering that one of us has gone through 2 characters and we're, trying to get to know both characters equally well, I think we're doing quite good.
Yeah.
And you guys have only leveled up like twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of these days we'll level up again. It'll be great.
Although in Icespire Peak, you went from 3 to 7.
Yeah.
Over 34 episodes. So.
We're catching up.
And this one is a lot more. I'm having to gate the progression based on story, so.
Well, it's also you did give us like a whole house. I'm pretty sure one session was just us doing bills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Drew, did you have a favorite moment from tonight? And you have anything else going on? Anything that you want to plug? Anything like that?
I think my favorite moments, kind of overall, are when Peach talks to his dad. Those are pretty
Aw,
much.
man.
Yeah, whenever that happens in an episode, it's always fucking gold.
this is awkward now. Got me. That one got me.
We're getting increasingly awkward with each conversation. And then always ending with a hug, even though you seem very incredibly disturbed.
I don't know how to roleplay Oleander.
You're doing great.
Like, considering that you're trying to roleplay someone who is living a really strict double life,
Yeah.
who supposedly tells his kid everything, but actually does not tell his kid everything, and is also technically in the adolescent years of the kid, which is difficult enough when you're a human with your human kid. I think you're doing fine. like there's a whole new level of awkward that comes with just speaking as an older sibling who helped raise a younger sibling. There's that awkward moment where you go, oh yeah, you really are your own person capable of making absolutely wild decisions that I never would have thought of, because that's just how people are.
Mm-hmm.
You're growing up, and I'm watching you grow up, and I'm kind of proud of you, but also I'm kind of weirded out because I was there but I'm watching you go through it, and you're going through it in a way that's different from me, and what is the unknowability of the human experience? So
And then
I
relating
think
that
you're
to a
doing
bird
great.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I think you're doing great.
Okay, I'll take it.
What an accolade.
Yeah, and beyond that, you can find me over at my channel, Drew the Damager. And I will be on Sunday night. Definitely Sunday night. Maybe
Mhm.
before that, I'm not sure.
Outer Wilds.
Sunday will be Outer Wild, yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, thank you, Drew. Tilted.
I
Was there something in particular that stood out about tonight's session for you? And do you have stream stuff going on that you might want to plug? Anything else?
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always a treat when we have Grover Basil. That was probably the big highlight for me, even though it was a very small thing, but we just made into something funny. But it was just in general, everyone does a great job with their roleplay. I always have fun here, and these guys are amazing. Uh, in general, like finding out also how messed up the situation was in this one building.
Mm-hmm.
Hoo-wee. That was a little spicy. But I'm glad we took the proper approach in terms of what people would consider proper. At least we didn't murder the guy. We
We
actually
told them
took him
all
to the
immediately.
authorities. We got proper testimony, and then we actually tried to help deal with the problem by giving people food, shelter, and or not maybe shelter, but food at least in some form of comfort. But yeah, you can find me over at twitch.tv/tilted gaming with the first I being a 1. And right now, I am playing Dredge. It's been a fun time with that. We played BioShock 2 also, but that finished, so we're now moving. We're staying with the ocean theme, I've noticed. But yeah, that's what's going on for me, and I'll be streaming on the weekends, Friday through Sunday, 7 to around 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right. Thank you very much, Tilted.
Mhm.
So Mr. Grover Halfling, buddy.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
What did you think about tonight's session?
I loved it. I like playing D&D a lot, so it's just so much fun to be playing D&D with a group of people that I feel gel pretty well together, especially when it comes to roleplay. Uh, the the casting silence, uh, and then casting the fog cloud. That whole little scene of us like getting in and it being a super solid thing, and then us immediately bungling the entire situation as like a single girl walks out and we're like, it's ruined.
Oh, shoot. I was honestly so afraid when I saw that, oh God, is the privy to the south? Because she's gonna fall again.
It was it was a comedy of errors that just kept perpetuating itself as we're trying to get away from it. It's still happening. The fog clouds everywhere. She's just like, I don't know what's going on. Weird. That was good. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, uh, I stream on Sundays with D&D sometimes, and then yeah, I'll stream tomorrow night at of the time for something. I don't know what game do I have. Shadows Over Loathing. I'm gonna be playing Shadows Over Loathing tomorrow night at
That's
8 p.m. EST.
that that's like a sequel to like the Western something or other, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
West of Loathing.
West of
yeah.
Loathing.
West of Loathing was great. I remember playing that, and I have Shadows Over Loathing, and I've been sitting on it. And I want to play that game a lot, but I said I was only ever going to play it on stream, so I have to now. So it's
Mhm.
happening tomorrow night.
I'll try my best to attend.
Cool. Alrighty. And Gubby,
Hello.
how do you feel about tonight's session?
Again, the absolute comedy of errors that ensued the moment a starved civilian came out of the door and slipped on a bunch
Yeah.
of oil. I was like, oh no, we're still the same party that we always were.
I really enjoyed that scene.
Yeah,
It
because
was,
I was like, wow, we're getting in really nice. We're examining things. We're getting secrets. We're being so still. Oh, no, we suck. We suck. We suck so bad. Get out of here.
we set up traps in case like bad guys were coming up after us. Like it was all really big brain. And
Yeah.
then it immediately was. It was like, no, you thought too far.
Yeah. It's like I have regrets. I have so many regrets. Um, also, the talk with his dad was really great. Um, and I have very interesting things to say to his dad. After we finish this whole pie thing, because there's something that Thrak has said that made Peach think quite a bit.
Yep.
So, hmm,
What could it
Mm.
have been? The whole Breaking Earth thing? Nah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
oh no, oh no. Peach was just lying kind of about the basement. He wasn't actually trying to get any information.
It was truly a cursed intimidation roll where you didn't need to roll, it just happened, but also you got cursed in return.
Yeah, you got the auto intimidate, and then you intimidated yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
Rumors fly fast.
Mhm.
Yeah. I anything else, Gubby?
Oh, nope, there is nothing else, for I am somebody who cannot be found. Well, I can be found, but I am not actually on social media with any amount of regularity for any of those platforms to be worth plugging, so I will mostly just show up at stream again and say gubby things, you know,
Okay.
like you do.
Yep. I just didn't want to skip past it. I know it's
Yes, you're
a,
very kind.
a usual thing. All right.
Mhm.
So I also enjoyed tonight's session very much. I am very much looking forward to next time. So pay attention to the ARV calendar or the ARV Discord or my Blue Sky for announcements about next time. I believe our next regularly scheduled session should be in a week on February 5th. But who knows? Things can change. So keep an eye out. And with that, let me see.
They just so they give Moonbeam to bards and then they allow you to cast it as a bonus action. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you can also use it to heal.
Yeah, 24 HP. That's crazy. Oh, sorry, 2d4 HP. Still crazy.
Okay.
60.
And I don't see anyone in particular for raiding tonight. So no raid tonight. Make sure to check out all of our stuff that you can find via the commands in the chat. But thanks to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. But other than that, I think that's it for us. So have a good night, everybody. Hope to see you again sometime next time, hopefully soon. Good night.
Night.
Right.